Good morning, guys, and welcome back to T2SMC Trader. How are you all? Hope everyone is good and you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know to the comment box. Otherwise, everything should be good. Sujivan, good morning. Tamimi, good morning. Under and Mystery 2000. Me, bro. Hey, man, how are you? Sujivan, sound is clear. Thank you so much, man, for confirming. I'd love to go to the price section. I have a bit more time today, like nearly 20 minutes to see what is going to happen. Yesterday was a bad day, even though it seems like a very extremely bullish day. But like the bull run has already been done before the market open. Rest of the day, market was just consolidating from here to here, this upper quadrant to this upper quadrant. Market just keep consolidating around that area. So maximum bull run has already been done before the market open. So don't get confused. It was a very high resistance liquidity run, and it was expecting that market is going to do this type of high resistance liquidity run over here. However, this is that bear gap from the daily chart. So if you see the overall picture over here, I have this extreme buy side liquidity. I have some minor buy side liquidity around that area, which is actually marked from my hourly chart. Market has so far cleared this sell side liquidity over here with a shallow run, trade this bullish fair value gap. After trading this, market has traded this gap from the daily chart. This is the daily bearish fair value gap, left some portion of this gap open. I really don't want to see that. I want to see this market to keep going higher, but it is still left some portion of this gap open. Respected the upper quadrant of this gap over here. This gap upper quadrant has been respected. Remember that week 50% has been tapped over here. So this is the levels this market is actually respecting so far. Ja, this hourly chart. So in this hourly chart over here, market fall, trade this gap around that area from this bull run. After clearing this low, which is a obvious liquidity, of course, this market can simply keep falling, take this sell side liquidity. I'm just not interested to see that, to be honest. I want to see this market keep going higher, but unfortunately, if it keep falling and go for this sell side liquidity, we are going to see that in a moment. I think it's gonna be disaster for me to trade if it really would love to go for this sell side liquidity. Otherwise, if it really would love to go for the buy side liquidity, which is a here around that area. I'm just going to mark that buy side liquidity around that area. That is the best case of scenario, but this is low probability that market will go for this buy side liquidity. But I want to see that, to be honest. So from the hourly chart, all I can see that market after clearing some sell side liquidity over here, it come here. So all I would love to see what the market is right now trading to this dealing range low, this dealing range high. We'll go for there to there, make it bolder. This is that 6 on 8 level. This is the 50% of this dealing range. 50% has already been traded around that area. I highly appreciate if it can keep going higher. Okay. So from the willingness 50% or the equilibrium, if it really started to go higher, that is the best case of scenario, at least to me. Otherwise, if it respect this bearish gap from the hourly chart and keep falling, gonna be very difficult for me to trade, to be honest. So I'm gonna remove these things because I have an idea what the market is right now trading. So I'm gonna remove it and going to back to 15-minute chart. So in this 15-minute chart, this is the price action. Okay, this is the expectation yesterday I have talked about. Like came here, respected this upper quadrant after the market open. I would really thinking that it will come here and then the retracement will happen, but it didn't happen yesterday. Instead of that tap here and went higher exactly to the 50%, respected the 50% over here, then fall a bit violation, then went through this, respect this line. Look at this, how beautifully it was respecting that line. Like how many times? Then a bit violation and all the price action is over here around that area. So after trading this area, market fall, cleared all these lows and trade some kind of bullish fair value cap over here. Okay, just 1 minute, okay? Huh. First thing first, where is my liquidity? Do I have any liquidity from 15-minute chart? If I have some liquidity, that is the best case of scenario to look for the next thing. But if I don't have the liquidity, then I really don't know what to say. But as you can see here, this high didn't leave any sort of buy side liquidity. This low didn't leave any sort of sell side liquidity. So all I have this sell side liquidity here. All I have this extreme buy side liquidity over here around that area. So this is really too far. And I really don't know if it really would love to go for that or not. Good thing is the weak quadrant level 50%. So beautifully it is respecting around that area from the daily chart. So this is that. Let me actually go back over here. Okay, so like this. That week 50% is so beautifully it is respecting, and overnight big fall already. So there will be a regular trading or opening gap. It will be gap down because market closed here somewhere, and then market so far is trading around that area. So there will be some kind of regular trading or opening gap. Can the market really would love to go higher, or after opening market will trade the opening or regular trading or opening gap 50% lower quadrant, then will keep falling for this sell side liquidity? This is the big question actually. How should we approach this market? It can keep falling because the daily gap is respecting so far. It can keep going higher because of that weak 50% is respecting, as well as market has traded the upper quadrant of this daily bearish gap. So after clearing some sort of sell side liquidity, does it really would love to keep going higher? Does it want to fall? If I go to the regular trading hour, up this big regular trading hour opening gap over there, so which I'm going to mark right now as a box from there to there. This is the regular trading or our opening gap, which is still unfilled. And I'm gonna make it bit deeper. I'm gonna lock it. Going back to electronic trading hour. So this is that regular trading hour opening gap over here, which is still unfilled. So market didn't fill this regular trading hour opening gap 100%. So does it really would love to trade the 50% and then would love to fill this gap, take this obvious liquidity? What the market is going to do? Difficult for me to read this market now these days, because this market simply is like what it is doing. I have no idea, to be honest. To be very honest, I have no idea how to read this type of market, because this is not going anywhere. If I watch the other market, for example, the ES is extremely bullish. So if I go to the daily chart, you will understand what I mean to say. Look over here. It's not bearish at least. Okay, it's not bearish. It's bullish. If I look for the YM chart, it is also bullish. Just look at this bullish market. Okay, it is also bullish. ES market, yeah, bit consolidation, but it's still bullish. NQ market, it's bearish. So this is not correlated market. If I see the correlated market, that's actually more beautiful for me to read the market and to get some idea. But when it is not like correlated, one guy is going against other two guys, like, so disaster. But don't forget to let me know what is your bias, what you are thinking that this market is going to do. Let me know that. From 1 minute chat, I have thousands of the buy side liquidity. I really don't want to read them. Mark the buy side liquidity. That was the price action from yesterday. Yeah, finally this 22 YT model worked after, failing this 22 YT model. After failing this, it has worked over here. Market structure shift, fair value gap, order block trade. Just so beautifully it worked and keep going higher. This like high resistance liquidity run around the PM session. All of these things you can see. Like some of you can think that this is a beautiful bullish market. No, it's not a beautiful bullish market. It's a high resistance liquidity run, because if you are in a trade over here, I don't know where, but from the PM session, which is here, right? This is the PM session. If you start to look for a buy, you will never get your boom. If you look for a sell, you will never get a boom for the sell side liquidity. So it was like weird price action over here, the whole PM session. Around the morning session, look at this market. Like this is the place where a lot of people actually blow their account. Why? Because low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. Like this type of market is really difficult to trade. So we knew that it's gonna happen like that way, but still we tried the sell around that area. If you guys remember, that was a beautiful sell, and I just messed up over here. I don't know how, but I end up with $700 loss. I thought that it's like 300, $400, but I actually end up with $700 loss. So I didn't try this buy as well because I was already out of my limit. So I didn't take any buy over here. Instead of that, I just simply lock the account and stay away. I mean, walk away with these losses. So for this is the price action. I mean, from yesterday, and not a good day for me. I will say like a good day because the first two trade was really so beautiful. We don't need to keep trading, and we have built some kind of $400 around the beginning. So I have to make another $450 to pass this account, and I actually messed up with my funded account. I really don't care. Like here, that was the loss over here. I think eventually we'll be able to mitigate the loss. But the good thing, I mean, the right thing is if you are red, walk away. Don't push the market until $763. If it is a 50K account, make sure it's like 350 to maximum 400. Maximum 400. You should go maximum 400 before walk away. But like I was really unaware of that losses. So when I re-enter and then I opened these things. I saw that I'm already like 700, $600 something like lost. So I trailed my stop loss and then I stopped out, just walk away like that way. So it's something like you have to always understand that if you are red, walk away. Come back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a better opportunity. If it doesn't work tomorrow, then come back not the day next day after tomorrow. So you will trade like that way. Otherwise, if you just try to mitigate your loss by the same day, maybe you will be able to mitigate your loss, but some most of the times you will end up with losing the account or blowing that account. So I highly appreciate if you just let the market go. If you are it's not working for you, so let the market go and then come back in the next day. So right now I'm interested to mark this buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart, which is around that area. This is the minimum buy side liquidity over here. I really don't have any short of sell side liquidity because this low has traded some kind of gap over here. So I really don't have any short of sell side liquidity except this extreme sell side liquidity around that area. I really don't know if it really would love to go for this sell side or not. But right now I'm not interested to see the sell. Instead of that, I want to see this market to go higher. So around the opening, if the market fall a bit, maybe the 50% of this range from low to high, the 50%, and then give me some kind of bullish run, I think I'll target the opening regular trading or opening gap 50%. And more importantly, for this buy side liquidity over here, maybe it will work like that way. Otherwise, if it open and started to go higher, I think I will look for some sort of retracement before taking buy, or I will try to take that retracement, not the reversal, because I'm not sure about the reversal. I'll look for some sort of retracement before going higher again. Sorry, yeah, before going higher again or something like that. I don't know. From the hourly chart, I'm more interested to mark this hourly cap because the 15-minute chart is missed. So this hourly cap I'm going to mark to my chart prior to 9:30 hourly cap. This is that hourly cap. So when I'll be in 1 minute chart, this is that hourly cap. So far market is respecting. Okay. Please let me know what is your bias. What do you think what the market will go? For me, it's really so tough to say that this is a bullish market, this is a bearish market. However, I can see there is a small 15-minute gap. So I can simply mark the 15-minute gap instead of the hourly gap. So here to here, I'll mark this last gap and the gap over here. That is more beautiful. Yeah, that's good. I'll just keep this 50-minute gaps over there and to see if it really respect any of this area or not. There is some sort of no, there is no bullish SMT. There was a fake SMT. I want to show this to you guys. You guys remember yesterday I have shown you the SMT. So if you see over here from the 15-minute chart and look at this fake SMT and how it has actually uh, did correction this fake SMT. Look at this low and that low. Okay. So when the market is falling, NQ is stronger. NQ should take this low. And when the market is going higher, ES is stronger. ES should take that high. And this guy can simply fail to take that high. For example, like this high, look at this high over here. This high, not that high actually. No, it's not been taken. Yeah, I can't show this to you, but over here, this low has taken over here, but the NQ has failed. But ES has taken that low over here. So that was a fake SMT because the weakest sister has cleared that low. The strongest sister failed to clear that low. So what happened? This market fall, then fall again, cleared this low over here around that area. This low has been cleared over here. So fake SMT has been corrected. Nothing to worry about that. Look at this low has been taken already. So there is no bullish SMT as well. But at least there is no fake SMT. So there is no need to this market to keep falling. Instead of that, it has already traded the 50% of the dealing range. That weak quadrant 50% has been traded. A lot of things has already been traded. So it should start to go higher. I really don't know is it going to do that or not. But yeah, we'll see if it really would love to go higher or not. However, if you what is your bias, guys? Please let me know that. Bad sound for me. Is it still bad, brother? Good. Bom dia, muito bem, obrigado, senhor. Tudo bem, Jamil? Hey, Julia. There is 1 hour gap made by Monday, 8 p.m. candle plus imbalances. I'm just watching this 15-minute gaps over there from the 15-minute chart. So if it reach to this line, I'll just mark this last gap over here. The main problem is I don't have any buy side. Yep, I have some obvious sell side liquidity which is over here, which is also too far. But right now in this market, I don't have any buy side. I don't have any sell side liquidity. I really appreciate this market to go higher. But if it really keep falling, I'm gonna be so much confused about the trade. So much confusion is going to be created if it really would love to keep falling, at least for me actually. Chatur, good morning, brother. Dora, good morning. Thanks for the penguin. Mario, I am bullish today, brother, but we shall see. Yeah, of course, Matteo. I'm also thinking about the bull run. As I told you, if it really start to fall, gonna be so difficult for me to trade. But still, we'll see. This is the market. Tough to read, but I hope we'll end up with some green. Okay, so even though we are confused about the bias, but I believe that we'll end up with some profit. Okay, so some 1 or 2 trades is profitable trade. Stop over there. Don't push the market. We are lucky. We got the boom, and then we'll just simply stop trading. Okay, I will keep framing the trade, but it doesn't mean you will keep taking the trade. Don't do that. You are win. Stay away from the chart. That is the main rules of trading. Take some losses, walk away. Take some win, walk away. If you can do that, you will slowly but definitely you will improve. Okay, you will end up with a payout. But if you keep trading. For example, you took a trade and that's a $500 profit. For example, okay, $500 profit, and then you have seen there is one other beautiful setup, and you took the entry as well from the same account. It's a losing trade. So your $500 now is maybe $200. Okay, just you lose some money over there, maybe $300. You lose that money. Now your profit is like $200. What is the our psychologist is going to say? Man, you had $500 profit. Okay, now you have $200. Okay, let's go one more trade, make $500, then walk away. You are not going to take any other trade. So you find another beautiful trade. You took that trade as well, and maybe it just gave you a partial, and you got the break even. So you are now like $350 profit. So you have made $150 over there. You will still say that, oh man, I'm still like $150 less. So let's go for one other trade. That's a losing trade. Another $300. So your all profit is gone. Now you have just $50 profit. And then you will just blow your mind. You will just simply keep pushing the button because you need to, like build that profit again and end up with a huge loss over here. Trust me, man, this is going to happen with 99% of the traders. So don't do that. Otherwise, maybe you took some losses. Okay, the first trade is a losing trade, maybe $200 loss. The next trade you tried, that is also a losing trade. So you have made like $400 loss. So you'll think, okay, there is another trade. This is really an awesome trade. I'm gonna push one more time over here because I just would love to mitigate my loss. Then I will walk away. And you took that trade. Fortunately, that's a winning trade, but you are not able to mitigate your loss. Maybe just $50 less. Just $50 less. Okay. You won't stop over there. You won't stop over there. You will keep trading, and that $50 loss, you had just minus $50 loss. It will end up with $500 loss, with $10,000 loss, with blowing that account. This is how this market works. Okay. Because in a day, first of all, every day is not for trading. If you think every single day you will trade, you are wrong. Every day is not for trading. Even if you trade every day, even if you trade every day, you don't think that in a day you are going to get like 100 good setup. No, you're not going to get that. You will get some beautiful setup. Rest of all are actually trap. And that beautiful setup most of the time happens in between 10 to 11. This is the silver bullet time around the morning session. That is the time where you are going to get that beautiful setup. Rest of the days, either the market will done the job and then it will finish your job, and then like it will keep consolidating, chopping, and you will be chopped up. Otherwise, around the morning session is choppy. Sometimes the PM session, like 1:30 to 2:30 to 3, actually not 2:30, from 1:30 to 3, in this time frame you will get another beautiful setup. Don't trade the last hour except Friday last hour is really so good because you have some idea about the TGIF. Thanks god it's Friday, so you can trade the Friday last hour 3:15 to 3:45. But rest of the days, don't even touch the market after 3 p.m. Simply walk away. If you are in a trade, try to hold the trade, try to mitigate your loss, try to, like you are in a trade, so you try to be very sure. But out of, if you're not in a trade, don't even touch the market after 3 p.m. So that's gonna be the opening, regular trading or opening gap. I'm gonna mark that regular trading or opening gap. That is the first job you have to do around the opening. So market open there, closing there, go for the quadrant level. That is the regular trading or opening gap, electronic trading hour. Okay. So here, and market actually came to the 50-minute last gap. So I'm going to adjust my last 50-minute gap over there. So that is the 50-minute last gap that has already been traded. Why it's not transferring? It should be transferred. Okay. That is the 50-minute last gap. Upper quadrant, sorry, lower quadrant, 50% of the regular trading hour opening gap. Hope for the best. I hope we'll find something good. I really highly waiting for some kind of bull run, but from here I'm not able to take any short of buy. So for me, first this market has to fall at least until the 50%, at least until here, before going higher. Then I will try to find some sort of buy from there. If it doesn't do that, I think I'm gonna sacrifice the buy, even if it keep going higher. Not interested to take any short of sell, at least not now. If I would love to take okay, man. If I even would love to take a sell, I'll look for the sell while the market will come maybe to the 50%. From there, I'll look for some sort of sell. Maybe I'm not sure about the selling, but I'm more interested to see some sort of buy. So I need this market to fall at first, then go higher, target the 50%, lower quadrant, upper quadrant, and the regular trading or opening gap high. Not in rush to go for any kind of trade right now. We'll just see. I think NQ is likely to fill opening range gap, then move lower to fill Monday and Tuesday unfilled opening range gaps. So, or it could move lower first and then fill opening game range gap today. So no bias now. Okay, so you also don't have any bias. I also don't have any bias. Hey Sharada, thanks for the penguin and good evening, brother. 2 minutes till open. Please don't forget to push the like button. Yes has taken that high. Yeah, yes can take that high. Doesn't matter. You can look for a SMT over here. So for example, I think this high you are talking about. So this high has been taken with ES. I have the SMT around that area. Look at this. It's a beautiful SMT. So if your bias is bearish, by any chance you are thinking that you are bearish, so you have already found the SMT. This is called the real SMT. Why? Because the market is, when the market is going higher, ES is much more stronger comparing to NQ. This is much more stronger. The ES is much more stronger. So you have already got some sort of bearish. I mean, sorry, the bearish SMT. I'm just not looking for the SMT over here, to be honest. I really would love to see this market to keep going higher, but I'm not able to enter over here because market open and started to go higher. I'm not interested to chase the market. I will wait for some sort of retracement at first, and then I will see if I can find some kind of buy or not. I'm watching other markets as well, like the ESNQ, all other markets, and I can simply see that all of the market is bullish. ES, NQ, YM, all of them are bullish. So that's a good news. This high is only been taken by ES. This high is only taken by ES. No other market has taken that high. Not the YM, not the NQ. None of them. Okay. Okay. Hope for the best and would love to see some sort of retracement at first. 50% 618 level before going for some sort of buy. So from here, the lower quadrant retracement will happen until here. Here is also have some kind of bullish fair value gap around that area. You can see around that area. This is a bullish fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So I'm gonna mark that bullish gap. So if it come here to this bullish gap, I'll target this buy side liquidity around that area. If it come here, more importantly, tap here, and then I'll target the buy side liquidity, 50% upper quadrant, the high. I'll look for that. First, I need to see this market to fall. Otherwise, I'm not able to enter into any kind of buy over here. Remember yesterday, I just entered. Market open, I just entered. But today, I can't enter over here because the situation is like this way. So I'll better wait here before framing any trade. Hi, all. Hi, Titu. Happy trading day. Thank you, Jesse Posada. How are you, man? Thanks for the penguin, by the way. 9 a.m. hourly candle has no bottom. Weak makes me hesitate to look for longs until that weak forms or candle close. Yep, man. Something like that. I also need some sort of retracement at first, then to look for buy. From here, I'm really not able to take any sort of buy, and I can't take the buy. So I have to sacrifice all the buy. If it keep going higher, I'll just simply let them go. We also have 1 hour CB. So it is also trading the 1 hour CB. Okay, there is also an 1 hour CB. So I'm gonna mark this CB from the hourly chart. So I'm gonna mark this hour. Thank you, sister. Yeah, this type of things I actually miss a lot of time. I miss them. So if you guys really show me this, it's really helpful for us. This is the hourly CB. I wanna see from 15-minute chart. No, I don't have anything from 15-minute chart. So I'm gonna keep that CB over here just to see if it keep going higher and take this buy side liquidity and then retrace from there until this bullish fair value gap. Or the market will fall fast, trade this gap, then will go higher and target this buy side liquidity and hourly gap. Okay, so that is all I'm watching. Can I take a sell? I'm not interested to take the sell as well. Okay, because my bias is not bullish, sorry, bearish. I'm not interested to take any short of sell. You guys are good to go for anything you want to go. I'm just watching it. I'm not interested to push the button right now, at least not now. All the market is extremely bullish. I'm watching all the candles over here. Like ES is bullish, YM is bullish, NQ is bullish. Like all of them are bullish. If you find any trade, please let me know that as well. Okay. I have to just make $450 to pass this account. So I think it's gonna be better if I see some of you have framed a beautiful setup. I'll go for that. My thinking right now is working like this way. It will come here to this hourly gap, maybe tap to this area. The week will did the damage, like week will come over here, then it will come around this 50-minute gap. So I will just try to look for this sell if I can look for that. That is my intention right now to think. And after coming here, I'll start to look for buy again. Okay, because the 50% is going to be changed, because when the market will come here around that area, the 50 the 50% or 618 level will be aligned with this 15-minute bullish gap. So something like that. I'll just adjust them when the high will be created and market will start to retrace. Trading 1 minute last gap. Do I have any? I don't think so. I don't see any last gap. If I'm missing something, no, I'm not missing anything. I don't see any last gap. If you're talking about this one, I'm just not interested to mark this last gap over here. Right now, I'm not interested, okay? Because this is around the 9:30, so I can't simply depend on the last gap over here. Okay, let's see what is going to happen. Not interested to take the sell. Okay, if any of you would love to take the sell, you are really go for it, man. Just simply go for it. I'm not interested to take the sell. I'm waiting to see if this market can come here. Then I'll start to look for the buy from that area. So not interested to take any short of sell over here. You can take the sell if you want, but I'm not interested to take the sell. I'll better wait for the buy Oh, sorry. Yeah, I either I'll wait for the buy, or if it come here, I'll look for the sell from that area, not from here. It's a random level to me. So I'm not interested to take the sell from that area. I just don't know if I have any new day or new week opening gap around that area or not. I don't need to keep them. And I also think the volatility is bit much over here. Let me see is the volatility. No, volatility is good. Like 50 handle is good. Absolutely good. I'd love to see one more thing. Okay, so it is trading the 50% of this dealing range. 618 is more beautiful rather than the 50%. 618 more beautiful. This is barcode. Don't try to enter in this barcode where the volatility is 50 handle. Don't try to enter into this barcode. How I'm avoiding the trade around the opening today. Just watch it. I'm avoiding. Maybe I'm gonna miss the trade, but I'm avoiding it because the market is not doing anything around that area with my expectation. Market simply open, come here, and now sideways. Simply just doing that. And I'm avoiding any sort of buying opportunity, selling opportunity. Anything is not valid over here. So sometimes you'll see that I'm already in a trade exactly at the opening, and sometimes I just don't do anything. I just keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. And either I force the market at the end of the stream, otherwise I'll just let this go. Because I'm in a stream, so I have to take a trade. I just push the market. Otherwise, if there is no high probability, I simply let this go. Mesh. What do you mean by mesh, brother? Don't rush. I want to see how the 7 a.m. actually worked today. So this is 6:30. So high is here. Around 7 market has taken the high. Then the displacement happened around 704. Wow, that was awesome. Like 6:30 to 7, you will look for the okay, actually not. 7 is here. So there. So it didn't clear the high. It should take the low and it has taken the low. There was no displacement. No, there was no trade actually. Yeah, 7 a.m. was not, there was no trade. However, market is almost going to take this buy side liquidity here. I'll just look for this buy side liquidity, and if it can come over here, good. But any kind of selling opportunity right now, I'm preferring to take that sell. Any sort of sell is valid for me to take. It's not a long-term bearishness. It's a short-term bearishness for a scalping purpose for the retracement because market doesn't go like this way. It doesn't go like that way. How does it go? Like this way. This is the way for this market to go higher, right? Today is a trending day, so market will simply like go. It should go like that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to catch this small retracement. How long? Until the 50% from here to here, the 50% or the 618 level is going to be my target. So any kind of selling opportunity from there, I'm gonna go and take that sell. What type of model I'm looking for? First of all, order block. Secondly, 22 bear model. Third, bear inversion fair value gap. Any of them. But I don't see any inverse gap over here. So I have to depend on the order block or the 22 YT model. This is extremely bullish. I was expecting the bullish market. Don't forget about that. All I can do, I can let the sell go, then wait for the next buy. Okay, buy from where? From this gap. I'm just going to catch a small run over here from the order block. So if this candle is going to be a beautiful bear bullish candle, I'm gonna use this candle as my selling opportunity from this candle. 2 time frame order block. So let's see how it is going to close. Okay, this is a very beautiful candle. So if this candle close below this candle, I'm gonna take the sell from this candle. I have to just be bit careful about the stop loss. Let me see the stop loss. Yeah, man, it's 2022 handle, 27 handle, doesn't matter. Okay. So if it do that, I'm going to take this sell. This is going to be my first trade for today. If it close below this candle, I need to look for this order block within 5 candle, maximum 3 candle. Sorry, maximum 5 candle, 3 candle is the best. So if it do close below this low, I'm going to take the sell from this candle. And I'll go for not four. Actually, I'll go for four. How much is going to? Yeah, 100 for 88 is doesn't matter. Let's see. Otherwise, it will keep going higher. I'm not going to touch it. Okay. So tap to the opening regular trading our opening gap 50%. I don't think so. There will be any order block and there will be any selling opportunity. I don't think so. So I'm not going to take the sell. Man, this bullish run was expecting, but the main problem is market open. I needed the retracement to take the buy. Unfortunately, I missed the buy because market didn't retrace. If it was retraced, I was in a buy. Unfortunately, it didn't do that. So all I'm going to do is now going to try to catch the retracement leg. No order block is valid right now. Yeah, no order block is valid. Do I have anything from 15-minute chart? Let me see. Nothing from 15-minute chart. Nothing from hourly chart. Let's see the 4-hour chart. Okay, so it is trading the 4-hour gap. So there is a 4-hour gap that is so far market is trading. This gap also has been traded. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not interested to use this candle as an order block because the low of this candle is inside this hourly gap. So I'm not able to use this candle as my bearish order block. I have to wait for the either the inverse gap or the 22 bear model. Have some buy side liquidity around that area. I'm gonna keep this buy side liquidity over here. A lot of buy side liquidity. Okay, in this market, I have a lot of buy side liquidity. So I can't even keep marking them. But I have some buy sides, so I'm gonna mark them. I need the retracement. Without retracement, no trade is valid. Dealing range low is over here from 1 minute chart. I don't know other time frame. This is the high. This is the 50%. This is the 6 on 8 level. I need this market to come any of this area at first before going higher again. Or maybe it will keep falling. I don't care. Okay, let's hope for the best. Some of you can think this is the inverse gap. So when the body will close below this gap, you will use this gap as inverse gap to take the sell. You can go for it. I'm not interested to use this gap as my inverse gap. It's not my inverse gap. Not yet actually. If it respect this gap and take this high, then I will use this gap as inverse gap and I'm gonna take the sell from this gap. Otherwise, I'm not going to use this gap at all over here. So all I need to see, can it take this high? Otherwise, I'm not gonna take this sell. You guys can try the sell even if you want, okay? London highs taken 50% of opening range gap is also midnight open. So lot of things is over here. I just need a sell. Man, this is not a beautiful order block, okay? Because if this low was below this gap, I would use this gap as a order block. Guys, please don't miss the trade because I'm not taking it. Some of you can think this is the inverse gap. Wanna take the sell from there? Please go for it. I'm not saying this as inverse gap. I'm not going to take the sell from here. Either there will be inverse gap to take the sell or there will be a 22 bear model to take the sell. For me, still now there is no selling opportunity. So I'm not going to take any short of sell. I'm going to miss the trade. I'm happy with that. But I'm not going to take any short of sell. Everything was perfect over here. I just need the model to catch this sell. Just need a model. I can do gamble, okay? From here, I can do the gambling. I'm not interested to gamble over here. So I'm not taking any short of sell from there. I just need a model to take the sell, not for a long period of time, just for a short period of time. The 50% of the day, I mean, of the dealing range and this bullish fair value gap, anything, okay? Until this line, I'll look for the sell. But here, I don't have any selling opportunity yet. So I'm not taking any short of sell over there. But any of you would love to use this gap as inverse gap, wanna take the sell, go for it, man. I highly appreciate it. I'm not able to take this sell. We have a bullish breaker on 15-minute chart. Yep, I have the bullish breaker as well. Mhm. We'll see, brother. To take buy, even if it doesn't go to the 50% of the retracement, I need to see some sort of sell side liquidity to be taken. Without taking the swing low, I'm not even allowed to take any sort of buy here. So either it has to take some low so that I can go for a buy maybe, or maybe it has to build some sort of setup over here to take the sell. I highly appreciate if I can take the sell over here instead of taking buy right now. Until the retracement level, then I'll start to look for buy again, and I will target these buy side liquidities over there. Again, guys, here you wanna take the sell? I highly appreciate it, brother. To me, there is no sell yet. Okay, other market is extremely bullish. Dow is like it's breaking everything. ES is bit consolidating over here, not simply bullish or bearish, but simply little bit consolidation. NQ is extremely bearish so far. This candle, 15-minute candle is bit bearish right now. So yeah, we'll see, brother. No trading opportunity yet for me. Okay. It's not the inversion fair value gap, according to my understanding. It's not the inversion fair value gap. I'm not watching it as an inverse gap, but it can work. Market can keep falling, and you don't want to miss the trade. Don't miss the trade. But to me, it's not the inverse gap. So I'm not taking the sell from this gap. I'm better waiting for an order block. If it built bearish order block, maybe I'll look for some sort of bearish order block. But otherwise, not going to touch it. I think it's bit volatile, by the way. No, it's okay. 42 handle is okay. What you're thinking about, guys? Buy or sell? Let me know that. I have the first presented gap here, I think. Yep. Yeah, I have the first presented gap around that area, Sharoda. Even if I don't go for this, I can look for this one as my first presented gap over here, Sharoda. So I can't mark this one as my first presented gap. Yeah, this is the first bear gap over here, a very small bear gap. Just right now, I'm not interested to mark them as well. Look how those people are getting destroyed who think this is the bear, I mean, inverse gap. How they're going to be destroyed over here. See? Boom. They got destroyed. No buy. Not yet. I'm gonna remove this gap. Just watching and enjoying killing killing stop loss. Oh man. It's macro time. Absolutely, brother. It's macro time. But for me, nothing. I can't take the buy because it's gonna be a chasing market. I can't take the sell because there is no model. So all I'm going to do, I'm gonna let this market go without touching it. Those people who took the sell, they were prematured. They got stopped out. So, I mean, I feel bad for them. I was bullish, but I can't take the buy. What a pity. What a pity. Okay, that buy side has already been cleared. A minor buy side liquidity actually I marked here. So now it tapped to the 1 minute last gap over here, right? This is that 1 minute last gap. So I'm gonna mark this last gap, gonna extend it to my right from 1 minute chart and mark it as my 1 minute last fair value gap. So hope so I'll get something from there. Okay, let's see. Minor buy side has been cleared. Last fair value gap has been tapped. This is the upper quadrant of the regular trading or opening gap. We'll see. I need the retracement. Without retracement, no buy is valid. There's no order block logic over here. You can't look for any sort of order block over here. No order block is valid over here. Bullish breaker block is doing its work. It can do that. Okay, tapped to the upper quadrant of the regular trading or opening gap. So if you go to the regular trading or opening gap, it will be much more clear to you. Look over here. Gap down. This is the gap down. And then market closed 75% of this regular trading or opening gap. 75% has been closed already. So some portion is open, highly appreciated. And first it will retrace, then we'll go and close this opening gap, highly appreciated by the market. I mean, to the market. It will be highly appreciated. This is the best area for the fall to me, the best area. So any kind of setup right now to take the sell, I'm interested to take that sell. For this low, that low, and more importantly to this 50-minute bullish gap. But more importantly, I'm really interested to see just this low. Some sort of retracement is expected over here. If I go to the hourly chart, look at this. What you are trying to do, you are trying to take a buy over here. Don't do that. This candle open here, it is here. Don't try to take the buy. In this market, if you would love to take the buy, of course you can do that. I have no problem with that. But does it look logical to you? Ask yourself, does it look logical to you? Take a buy around that area? I don't think so. Fake breakout above this high. So I'm going to mark the next high, which is over here. And I will appreciate if it leave this buy side liquidity open over there. Like this relatively equal highs will be open over there and market will keep falling. And then it will target this relatively equal highs as a buy side liquidity. I highly appreciate if it happens. To me, this is the best area for the fall. The best area. This is the best area for falling. Not for a long-term fall, some sort of retracement. Still, the dealing range low is over here. The dealing range high is over here. I hope I'll find something around that area. If I don't find something here, what I will do then? Oh man, I was bullish. Why you are going like that way? Let us enter. Give us the retracement, then go higher. Okay. Please don't take that high. Please don't take that high. Oh man, come on, disaster. This gap is broken. So would love to see if I have any other gap. Not interested to mark that on. Wanna keep this high here with this last gap. Okay, a new hourly candle. Let's see. This is the small portion that is open of the regular trading or opening gap. This small portion is still open. Highly appreciate if it can leave some gap open over there. Highly appreciate. Otherwise, I'll just go higher and I'm gonna sacrifice all the buy. I don't care about the buying over here. I'm not interested to take the buy when the market is highly expensive. So this kind of kind of a thing. Okay, you went to buy something. Okay, maybe you went to buy a car. Okay, so when you went to that auction, you are seeing that there is a car. It cost like $100. Okay, you already know that this car doesn't value $100. So you didn't buy it. You are waiting for this value to reduce a bit, maybe $70. When it will be in $70, you will buy it. But unfortunately, you are seeing the $100 is raising to 200, 200 is raising 300, 300 is raising 400, and you are thinking that, oh, maybe it will go to the 1000. Okay, you will think like that. It will go to the 1000, and you will buy around $400. So you are already in loss because you know this car worth like $70, something like that. But you are already buying that with $400. So you are already losing over here. So what you should do, you should let the auction go. Don't touch the market or let the market fall. Now, maybe doesn't it is not going to fall for $70 anymore, but it will fall at least $200. Not I'm interested to buy at the peak of the hour. Okay. So when it went to $400, it has a high probability to go back to $400 one more time. But before going over there, if it fall like $200 and you are able to take the buy around $200, you are already profitable with $200. Like you will buy $200, when it will be in $400, you will sell it again. Or maybe you will wait for $500 maybe to win some more. Think like that way, okay? You have a very limited amount of money in your pocket. You can't afford losing all of them. I'm going to remove this hourly gap because it's been broken. I'm waiting for some sort of retracement, low, high, 50%, 6 on 8 level, which is around that area. I need some kind of retracement. Without retracement, no buy is valid to me. But to take a sell here, I have to be very careful. I have to be very careful to choose my entry model over here. I highly appreciate if it can make a 22 bear model. I highly appreciate that 22 bear model. Order block is not valid, first of all. There is no way to look for the order blocks. I'm not looking for any sort of order block here. I'm just waiting to see if it can make any sort of bear model from 22 YT. I mean 22. It's just 10:03. No need to rush. Market just open for 33 minutes. Don't rush, okay? Who is in a trade right now? Guys, don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. If this 50-minute close above how 4 hours CE and then I think buy side 29,363 will be on the table. 29,363, 29,363. I think that can be the target, of course. But H4 is not related with 15-minute chart. H4 is related with 5-minute chart. So 5 minute is the execution model. But if you would love to use as a higher time frame CE to be broken, then 15-minute you can use for daily gap. Hourly chart you can use for weekly gap. Something like 30-minute chart you can use for 4-hour gap. So for example, you are saying that if the 50-minute candle close above the 4-hour gap CE, it will target the next target. No, not 15 minute. It will be 30 minute. If the 30-minute candle close above the CE of 4-hour chart, it can target the next buy side liquidity. This is according to my understanding, Jamil. I'm not trying to correct you, brother. I'm just sharing my understanding of this market. Okay, brother? So don't think I'm judging anyone. I'm not judging. I'm just explaining what I can understand the difference between the time frames. So daily hour is connected with 15-minute chart. Weekly chart is connected with hourly chart. 4-hour chart is connected with 30-minute chart. And then like hourly chart is connected with 5-minute chart, something like that. 15-minute chart is connected with 1-minute chart. 1, 2, actually 1, 2, 3. All of this time frame are almost same. If you use 5-minute gap, you have to look for 30-second chart. If you look for 1-minute gap, it should be connected with 15-second chart. If it make any sense, brother. Jaid, I'm in short. I have 22, 1, 15 second. I don't see any sell yet, brother, unfortunately. But I hope you will get your boom, brother. But from 1-minute chart, 22 YT model from 15-second chart is valid if there is a 1-minute order block. Like all I was saying here, for example, there was a 1-minute bearish order block. In that type of scenario, 22 bear model from the 15-second chart is an high probable sell. High probable sell. Okay, so what is your market structure shift? I don't see the market structure shift. Am I in 15-second chart by the? Yeah, I'm in 15-second chart. But what is the market structure shift? I don't see the market structure shift. But I think it will work, Jaid. I I highly appreciate if it works. Let's see. I think I'm going to get my first trade for today from 22 bear model. I don't know it will give us gap over here or not. If there is no gap, there is no trade for me. If there is a gap, I'll try to take this sell. No gap, no sell. And it is going to work. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to take the buy sell from there. मालूम कि हमें- Remember, I'm not bearish. I'm not thinking this market is going to fall. I just need a retracement. That's all I'm interested to see. If I find the retracement, I'm gonna take the sell. I mean, sorry, look for the sell for just for the retracement. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So I hope I'll get that trade. We'll see. This is the gap. I'm just taking the entry a bit lower of this gap. Sometimes I miss the trade. That's okay. I am not putting my stop loss above this high. I'm just covering this candle. And what else I'm going to do? The first thing is you have to look for a partial around 1:1. That is the first job you have to be very sure while you are in a trade. So this is 1:1. I'm gonna take the partial over here, and then I don't care if it work or not. Okay. So buy limit exactly at 1:1. The next partial is gonna be below this low. If it provide me that run below that low. I just don't know it will work or not, but I have found the model over here. Finally, I have found a model. Market structure shift, fair value gap, and I'm already in a trade from this area. Okay, so as you can see here, market didn't tap to this gap. Okay, this is what sometimes happens. That's why I just preferred to take entry a bit lower of this fair value gap, just a bit lower of this fair value gap, just for me, like one to handle. I'll miss the trade. I don't like it. I don't do that all the time. If I see the stop loss is too big, then I don't do that. But if I see the stop loss is smaller, like 30 handle is good, then I can just take my entry a bit lower of this gap. Let's hope for the best. Why it's not transferring today? This is the 50-minute gap, okay? So I'm gonna take my partial a bit above this gap. Let's first see if it can give me that, or does it really would love to keep going higher and stop me out? Am I afraid? Not yet, okay? I'll be afraid if I see two body has closed above that bearish gap. If I see two body has closed above this bearish gap, I'll be really afraid. And I'll think maybe this is not going to work. Because in this extremely bull market, I'm trying to take a sell just for the retracement, nothing else. So in other words, if this market really would love to keep going higher, this could be the liquidity taken. So market has cleared the liquidity, now it will keep going higher again. It is also possible. But as I have found the market structure shift, and according to my understanding, it should do some kind of retracement. I'm interested to go for the sell at first. And later, if I see it's really interested to go higher and shift this high, of course, I'll look for the buy again. After, and I will count this as a liquidity taken. 'Am watching this candle if it can close below this candle, because that's gonna be my order block, and I'm gonna add more with this order block. Actually, I don't need to add more because in this account I have to make just $400, $450 to pass the account. So with this three micro contract, it's more than enough to be profitable. I don't think so. I have to add more. But if it close below this, that is a good area to add more over there. 'Actually, I'm going to add more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My stop loss is above this order block now. I don't know. Okay, I got already the entry. I'll take a partial here. I'll take another partial to the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. And then I'll try to hold this until there. If it doesn't work and gonna get a stopped out here, that is also good. So entries there. Stop loss is here. 25 handle is good. Let's see. So after 17 seconds, a new 15-minute candle is going to open. I am expecting some sort of bull run at first, then fall. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, two, one, zero. Some kind of bull run at first and then fall. Just a bit more to trade this low of this gap would be awesome. It could be awesome. But there is a small gap that has been traded. It is also acceptable because market has built that gap. Otherwise, I really highly appreciate this market to trade this gap then fall. Okay, so I got the partial. So now my stop loss should be at the break even, and I'm gonna put my stop loss to the break even. And I'll see if I can get the next partial which is over here around the 50% of this regular trading or opening gap, if it can come over here or not, which will be like 40 handle. I think that's awesome. Buy stop, buy stop. So if I get the partial, I'll put this to buy stop here. And I think I got that. Oh man, oh man. I just closed the trade. I didn't want to close the trade. I didn't want to close the trade. I wanted to close the trade and put the stop to the break even. Oh man. Yeah. Shit. I didn't want to close the trade. It could be awesome if I could close the trade here around that area. Oh shit. I wanted to just close that 3 limit order and then put that 2 over there so that I can keep adding here and keep holding the trade until this low. More importantly, if it can fall until this first presented gap. Yeah, it is also good. Like 41 handle. My mistake. Yeah. However, if there is anyone in this trade, congratulations for your trade. Unfortunately, I'm not in this trade anymore. Unfortunately, okay, I'll say like this. Unfortunately, I'm not in this trade anymore. I can't re-enter over here. Can I? No, I can't. I can't. However, guys, this was a beautiful trade. If any of you got the trade here, like from this gap to until here, which is 40 handles, something like that was a good trade, by the way. I'm still in it. Congratulations, brother. I did the same thing by accident, lol. Okay, Mahadeep, we did the same thing, man. New day opening up from yesterday above. Okay, maybe it will go over there. This buy side liquid is now very highly appreciated to go for that. However, this market tapped to the 50-minute bullish cap. Okay, it has tapped to the 50-minute bullish cap right now. Not expecting to go higher right now. I need to see this market to fall a bit more because this is not even a range. It should come at least to the lower cordon of the regular trading or opening gap. So it should keep falling. I closed the trade. Okay, I'm still in. Ah, it's okay. I'll see the next opportunity. However, guys, how was the reading? This is how you will wait and you'll go for the best opportunity. When you will find that a small profit is more than enough, take the partial to the most logical level. After taking the partial, put your stop loss to the break even, let the market go wherever it wants to go. Let it go. You don't give a shit about that. You will hold the runner, go for it. You don't want to hold the runner because you are expecting it to reverse. Simply close the trade. Something like that. Just close the trade. I'm not thinking this is going to reverse right now. I'm interested to see this to come at least over here. At least over here. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Shit, man. But this is what it is. I sell one lot instead of mini and got $500. Hey, Dio, congratulations with your boom, brother. So some of you actually taken this sell. Congratulations to all of you guys, whoever got that boom. I'm gonna clear my chart right now. I'm not going to keep all of these things because I don't have any other selling plan right now. I'll just look for the buying opportunity because if it keep falling, I'm not able to take that sell anymore. So I will see if I can find some sort of, oh, either way, I think I have done a good job because otherwise it would stop me out to the break even. So I'm watching this high now. If this high is shifted, I'm gonna take the buy right now. I don't wanna see this to go higher, to be honest. I really would love to see it to come over here, but I can't simply I know, like, depend on my expectation. I can't do that. So I have to depend on the price action. So here the price action is telling that trade the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap, working it as a support, as well as I have the 15-minute bullish gap. Look over here. See this bullish gap from 15-minute chart? I have traded the 50-minute bullish gap. Yeah, I didn't retrace until the 50% or the equilibrium or the 618 level. I agree with you, but I have a lot of things over here. It's a bullish market. So I can't simply wait for that things I'm waiting for. So now I'm interested to take a buy from this gap because I have got the market structure shift around that area. This is the market structure shift. If you are already profitable, don't try to take this buy. I'm going to take the buy here. Stop loss below this low, which is 34 handle. My target is this buy side liquidity is the first target. The high of the regular trading or opening gap is the next target. I don't know it will give me the opportunity or not, but if it doesn't give me the opportunity, I'm cool with that. I'll get stopped out. I'm also cool with that. Market fall took the sell side liquidity over here. Look at this. Sell side has been taken around that area. Trade and higher time frame point of interest. Trade the equilibrium of the regular trading or opening gap. Gave me the market structure shift, fair value gap, entry fair value gap. I'm not going to take the entry from this entry fair value gap because it's gonna be so big stop loss. So even if it respect this entry gap, I'm gonna miss the trade. All I need to see it to come to this gap, to this breakaway gap. If it come here, I'm gonna take this buy as long as this buy side liquidity is not taken. If this line is taken, I'm not going to take this buy. If this line is taken, not going to take this buy, to be honest. What else I can do? I can add here one contract, one micro contract. I can do that, but I'm not interested to do that as well. So I'm gonna let it go. Either take me or just go away. I don't give a shit. Just go away. So it tapped to the entry gap. Maybe it will go from the entry gap. I don't care. All I need to see this market to fall for this gap so that I can take the buy. What is today? Trend is your friend. So whenever you will see 1 minute chart has taken the liquidity, there is a bullish market structure sheet. This is a bull market. Go for the buy. Simply just go for the buy. Hope for the best. I think I'll get the entry over here. A bit more, man. Come on. I know you have the power. I know you have the power. Just a bit. Just one tick. Just there you go. I'm in this trade. I don't know I'll get stopped out or not. If I get stopped out over here, I'm happily going to be get stopped out over here. Not going to take re-entry over here, but if it doesn't stop me out because I have covered every single thing over here. The high of this 50-minute bull gap, the low of this daily bullish bearish fair value gap, and low of this candle that has built this fair value gap. So I've covered everything. But still it wants to stop me out. I'll just stop over there. Not going to touch it again. Because this trap, I'm very familiar with this trap. Now I'll think about sell. Market will simply take this low and will go higher again. I don't want to get fall into this trap. Setup was good. Like this setup, that setup, both of them are good. Didn't work. Happy with that. Now one thing is like this low. This is the real low that should not be taken. Maybe I was putting my stop loss a bit tight, but still that is okay because below this low, it doesn't need to go over here. If it go over here, that seems like market is just doing some kind of consolidation over here. If you are profitable, don't touch the market again. One trade, walk away with that winning trade.
Order
So
filled.
I'm not in a loss. I believe so. I'm not in a loss over here. I should not be in a loss. I have a bit $66 profit. Good at that. Didn't work. I'll go for next opportunity, which is an high probability. Here, any kind of buy or sell is low probability. I can't take the buy, I can't take the sell, nothing. Either this market has to fall a bit more to look for the buy again, or this market has to go above this entry gap and build a bullish order block to give me a buy again. before clearing this low over here. For example, buy is valid if the candle close above this candle. If it do that, then the buy is valid from this candle, from this order block. Otherwise, no buy is valid. Sell, you can of course go for the sell if you want. I'm not interested to take the sell right now because it's a trap. This low will be taken and the market will go higher again. It's a sign of the seek and destroy. So I'm just not interested to take the sell just because of this low. But yeah, buy is still valid because the 22 YT model origin low is not taken yet. This low failed to take this low over here. So if it close above this candle, which is the bullish order block, I can take a buy over here. Sell is not valid to me. Even though I was thinking this market will come over here, I can't take the sell anymore after this specific run. And today is Wednesday. So this trade is valid. Like here, below this order block, I'm not able to do that. So something like this. From this order block to until here. This is valid, but no sell is valid. However, it can fall, keep falling. So you want to take the sell, go for it. I actually try the buy if it provide me that. Remember, sell is not valid over here. Sell is a trap. It simply can take this low and then start to go higher again. It's a trap. Yeah, of course it can keep falling. There is nothing wrong with that. And if it take this low and then started to go higher, I will have nothing to do. No order block is valid, nothing to do. Simply let the market go. You are not allowed to take any sort of trade over here. Watch out this low. This is the low that should not be taken. You are seeing the sell side is been created. If this low is taken, no buy is valid. If this low is not taken, it will close above this line, buy is valid again. If this low is taken, no buy is valid, no sell is valid. Simply, you have to let this go. It is a sign of seek and destroy. When it is going to do this inside a bullish period or a bearish period. However, those people who would love to take the sell, feel free to go for this. Go for the sell, okay? I am not the one who is the market maker. So maybe it will keep falling and you are going to miss the sell. I just don't want you to miss the sell. But to me, it's not a selling opportunity. You can take the sell actually, but for taking the sell, you have to be very careful. This candle has to take this high, come here, then close below this line. It has to close with a bearish gap. Then you are allowed to take a sell, but it is a highly risky trade. So it's better to let the sell go. More importantly, when you have this type of buy side liquidity around that area. So this buy side, it's always better to let the sell go, wait for the buy. So after 1 minute, the 50-minute candle is going to close. This candle is going to close. I'm interested to see if it can keep going higher or does it really would love to take this low and then keep going higher. If it do that, take this low and go higher, I will have nothing to do. Otherwise, if it close above this candle without taking this line, I'll be able to take the buy from this from this line. Even though it takes too much time to build the order block, but still I will try this on. After 15 seconds, this 15-minute candle is going to close. Don't touch it. Not yet. We're also in a right moment to go for a trade because it's 10:30. This is a new 15-minute candle. All it has to do, it has to take this high, trade this gap closed below this line to take the sell. Otherwise, it will close above this. I'm gonna take the buy from here, from this line, and maybe I'll put my stop loss here around 30 handle. Target is this line, which is over here. That's gonna be the line. Otherwise, if it closes below this line, I can start to think about a sell for this gap over here. If it close below this, see here, internal liquidity has taken, trade this gap. Now if it close below this, closing, not sweeping the liquidity, closing below this with a bear gap, that's a valid sell from that bear gap. Let's see what the market really would love to do. Watch it, learn it. You have both opportunity, both option. Take buy, take sell. All you need to do, wait for the confirmation. That's all you have to do. Except if it doesn't want to do the consolidation or seek and destroy. I can miss the trade as well. That is also acceptable. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm gonna enter with one micro contract here. Okay,
Order filled.
I'm gonna put my stop loss over there. By any chance, if it doesn't want to take me, it should tap over here. By the way, come on, 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 come on. Bit more. Come on. Okay, it's actually building a bullish gap. That is also good. I
Order
100% okay.
filled.
It's very small bullish gap, but it's cool. Gonna close my maximum portion over here and stop loss covering the 50% of this candle. If I get stopped out here, I have to stop trading here because market is simply doing consolidation. It should start to go higher right now. Nobody, not even single body, should close below this line here, below that line. So if it doesn't do that, I'm happy. If it close below this and stop me out, I'm down for here because market is simply doing the consolidation. Come on, don't close below this 50%. It should not close below this. One candle is close acceptable, but in that type of scenario, there is a high
Stop
probability I will
filled.
get stopped out. Yeah. I mean, one candle just closed below this. Week did the damage. Now it will go higher. This thing happened a lot of time, but unfortunately, this is what it is. So it seems like it's doing the consolidation, and I think the morning session will not be high probable anymore. We'll see actually. This fake breakout is not valid actually. This is the fake breakout that is not valid at all. Mean threshold is broken by one candle. The next candle close above this. The order block is still valid, but weak did the damage. Yeah, weak did the damage. Ah, why you'll close me, stop me out? You should not stop me out over there. This is still valid 22 IT model market structure shift, fair value gap, lowest down close body close candle is the order block. This is the origin low that should not be taken. Market closed above this order block. Trade this order block, mean threshold, everything is good here. Market is going higher, perfect, but it is highly, like how to say that, like manipulative market right now. Like these things I'm not expecting. Like my stop loss, I was not able to put my stop loss below this order block. That is the low of this order block. That should not be taken here. That low should not be taken. Plus one to handle. Okay. However, this is like highly manipulative market. Hmm. Seek and destroy. I'm not thinking about falling. Okay. If it really would love to fall, it should not close above this gap. Like here, yes, fake breakout is good. Like sometimes do that, but I don't think so. This is the fake breakout. Another body will close above this gap. That is already confirmed. It's not the fake breakout. The gap is already broken. So something like that. But to be honest, that manipulation was unexpected to me. It will close above this order block. That's gonna be beautiful. I'm not thinking this is going to fall. Just curious to know why it is doing all of this manipulation. No worries. This is the fake breakout because one candle close failed to close above this gap. What you will target for? No, I don't think so. It's a fake breakout. But let's see. Okay, you wanna play? Let's play. Let's play the game. I wouldn't think about the buy to be honest if I wouldn't see this buy side liquidity. But when I have seen this buy side liquidity over here, it's a very beautiful buy side liquidity. I'm just not. I can't simply look for the sell right now. If it was not over there, I could think that okay, now maybe this market is going to go for the retracement 50% 618 level or maybe for this 50 minute gap. Maybe. But as this Buy side liquidity is left over here around that area. I just simply can't think this is going to fall. The fall should happen from there around that area, but it didn't fall and gave me the bullish market structure shift. It can't be a fake market structure shift, to be honest. However, this order block is broken, so I can't use this order block anymore. I just can't use them. I'm gonna keep this gap open over there just to see how it is going to work. Really, this is highly manipulation. What did I wrong? If I get stopped out, I always ask myself, what did I wrong? I can say only my stop loss was tight, except that nothing was wrong. But I have covered the low of this daily gap, also the high of this 50-minute gap. So bodies are respecting the high of this 50-minute gap, but the wick did the damage, unfortunately. Sell. No, I can't take the sell. Okay. In the meantime, I'll switch my account actually, because in that account, I don't want to take any other trade. It has already a losing trade. I was in profit like $200. Then I keep trading the same account and then I end up with $200. Good. I'm going to let this go like that way. I'll simply lock the account over there. Which one? Manually lock. LTFE. Okay. This is the account. I want to lock like this account. Yeah. End of the day. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll try to pass the account tomorrow, not today. Okay. This account is locked. I'll just trade the other account to see. Okay, so it has closed below this low. There is an probability it will keep falling. I'm not interested to take the sell, by the way. I'll let the fall go and then I'll start to look for buy when it will come to the 50-minute bullish gap. It has closed below this. Maybe there's a high probability to take the sell over here. I'm gonna let the sell go and would love to wait for the buying opportunity from the 50-minute bullish gap here, from that area, from this gap. No sell is valid to me. I could take the sell, to be honest, if this buy side was not left over there. If the buy side is over there, I'm not interested to take the sell. Sell was only valid at the beginning of the run, but now no sell is valid. All I'm seeing how it is going to clear that liquidity and going to go higher again. The same logic I have used here. Taken the liquidity, market structure sheet, fair value gap, go higher. I'll look for the same thing around that area again. Took the liquidity, bullish market structure shift, I'll look for the buy again. If it keep falling here, I'll look for the buy from that area. If it doesn't fall here, instead of that, give me buying opportunity from there. I'm gonna take the buy from there, but no sell. I'm also watching the inverse gap over here. If this candle can tap here, for example, tap here, take this low, and then closed above this gap, I'm gonna take the buy from there. If it happens like that way. Price is just compressing, all swing highs and lows are kept intact. I think price will take out one side and then the other side. Maybe, I don't know. I usually use bookmap to check where is the tops at it well aligned with nicely with the sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity. If any on our chart, it's like an additional confirmation for me. Do you have anything like that, brother? Diosul, do you have anything like that way? I mean, any kind of bookmap is showing any buy side or sell side to you. I'm just not interested to look for the sell because I don't have any sell side liquidity. Yeah, this is the retracement that is happening, like the low to the high. Maybe it will come until the 50% or 6 on 8 level before going higher. I'm gonna let all the sell go. and then I'll look for all the buy for this buy side liquidity here. So right now I'm interested to see if it can build the inverse gap so that I can take the buy again from the inverse gap. Otherwise, I'll just let the fall go and then I'll think about a buy from that area. However, if I don't find the inverse gap, I have to look for the 22 buy model to take the buy. My sell was valid exactly from here. Market structure, this is not valid anymore. Okay. The sell was valid from there, but this candle was really disaster candle. It has built a lot of consolidation things over here, like these, and then falling. I'm not appreciating all of these candles. Yeah, it seems like a fake breakout. One candle has closed, the very next candle has closed inside this gap, and then it has failed to close above this gap. Sometimes it happens, but this type of strength of the run, I'm not going to appreciate that. Even it has closed above this gap, last gap as well. So if you see, this high has been already closed over here. So I'm not appreciating this market to keep falling. Instead of that, it has to go higher. So now it tapped to this gap. If it fall and take this low, any of this low, then closed above this gap, I'm gonna use this gap as a inverse gap to take the buy. Otherwise, if it provide me 22 buy model, I'm gonna take the buy model. So either the 22 buy model or the inverse gap. Any of these two is valid for me to take the sell. I mean to take the buy. Not interested to take the sell. And 15-minute order block is also good. 15-minute order block, but it's not changing the state of delivery. It's kind of a force entry. It's kind of a force entry, but I can try this forced entry as well. Yeah, I can try it. Let me see how much is going to be my stop loss. From there to there, which is 30 handle. Target is this buy side liquidity. More importantly, yeah, I can try this one. Just let's see if it can close above this line. Yeah, I can try this one. If it's a force entry, but it's good. I'll go for it. If the body close above this line, then otherwise not. Forced entry are also valid because I'm highly expecting the bull run over here. So let's see. It's always better if it leaves some gap open. It's always better like that way. If it leave this gap open, I will go for this force entry. Some portion of this gap to be open. Otherwise, it will keep falling. I'm gonna let the fall go. Not going to touch the fall. However, did it close above this line? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Am I going to miss the trade?
Order filled.
It's just one micro contract. As long as it's not going to close out this order block. This is gonna be my last trade for today. I mean, around the morning session. If it doesn't work, I'll simply stop trading over here. So in one micro contract entry, for example, like 30 handle, I think something like that, 30 handle. Yeah, 34 handle is good. Otherwise, if it close out this order block, I'm gonna add more over there. It's a bit of forcing market, but I'm good with forcing the market over here. because I'm expecting it should come and take this buy side liquidity. Should not fall. Five, four, three, two, 1, 0. I
Order
mean,
filled.
same thing I'm going to do over here. Just going for a partial around 30 handle, 32 handle, something like that. 31 handle. Yeah. I'll try to take a partial around 30 here above this high. A bit forcing trade, okay, but it's worthy to take this, to force this market when it is just doing the consolidation and you have an idea to think that the buy side is over there, is still open. So I think it's worthy to take, to force this market over here. Otherwise, it's gonna be a small trade, which is not going to work. And good. Okay, let's see. I was afraid, to be honest. By seeing this candle, I was really afraid. I mean, the way it started to fall, it seems like okay, it
Stop
actually
filled.
took me. So nothing is working. Market entered into the consolidation zone, and if I keep trying, I'll keep losing over here. So I'm not interested to take any other trade. I'll simply let this go. No other trade, I'll go for it because it just simply consolidating over here. All the market keep going higher, open, keep going higher, and now it is consolidating. You will say it will fall. You can say that, but to me, it's just a buying opportunity for this buy side liquidity. I'm not seeing any sell over here, but this is just simply stopping me out. I don't know why. Come on, man. It should not stop me out over here. 42 handle. I was not able to break that one. Where was my stop loss? Okay. Stop loss was over here below this low. This is just a pure consolidation. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't re-enter, keep entry over here because it's not going anywhere. It just simply go up and down, up and down, up and down. And maybe it will keep falling like this way, or maybe it will keep going higher like that way. But either way, I'll just get destroyed. I'll get destroyed by the market, unfortunately. Yesterday's market, today's market, both of this market is tough to trade. Fortunately, we have framed a beautiful trade around that area, which was a beautiful 40 handle run. Unfortunately, after that, it is just going up and down. I still believe it will go higher and take this buy side liquidity. I just need to see how much did I take the loss to this funded account. 263. No, I should not enter, re-enter over here. At least I have to wait for the PM session to re-enter, not in this area. Okay, let me know, guys. What is your thinking? Is it going higher? Is it going lower? Price is just compressing. Okay, I read your comment. Everything is telling me we are bullish, but the price action is shit. There is a 1 hour bullish breaker as well. Nothing is stopping me over here to think about the buy. But you see, this is stopped out. This is really disaster. I don't know why it stopped me out. My time was good. I will try one more trade over here. I think so. Should I go for that? Like if it closed out this water block, I'm thinking about one more try. What do you say, guys? Like I have $263 loss over here. So I can digest another 100 or $200 loss over here. tell me, if you say I'll go for one more trade above this order block, if it close, I'll be in the market order by putting my stop loss, of course, below the mean threshold of this order block, and then hold to the buy side liquidity. Otherwise, I'll just let this go. Maybe for the PM session. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'll wait for tomorrow, not today at all. No trade for me. Maybe PM session. Okay, I will hold for either previous day high or stop loss. That will be it for me. Okay, Matthew. So you're holding it for previous day high, or it will stop you out. What is your stop loss, by the way? Wait till 50 minute fair value gap is tapped to take buy. So you're thinking that it will come here, then I'll go for the buy. That is also a good logic. Yeah, we can do that as well. So let's see before 11:30 if it can do that. But I don't think so. This low will be taken up one more time. It's a very logical level. Like that's a very strong level. But yeah, you have a good sense of humor actually. If it fall here, that will be safe buy without risking the money around this type of consolidation. I think that would be a safe buy. I think so. In profit at 29,098, 29,098. Okay, it's your stop loss, I guess. Okay, so you actually trailed your stop loss. That's cool, man. If you enter, place your stop at the price and adjust your entry. You might miss it, but not stop at a random week. That is also good. In that type of scenario, I have to, I mean, if I want to enter, I can only enter above this order block. So when it will close above this order block, I'll be able to enter over there if I would love to enter. And in that type of scenario, I have to put my stop loss below this low. Tough for me. Actually, I will do one more thing actually over here. Okay, this is a gap market is building. There will be another gap if it build it, that I'll have two fair value gap. At the order block, I can simply cover this breakaway gap. I'll try one more trade. Okay, just I'm gonna try my luck.
Order
Buy
filled.
from this order block again. Gonna put my stop loss below this breakaway gap. This gap over here, it's not been marked over here, but I'm gonna put my stop loss below this gap, which is 26 handle. I'm not afraid of weak because weak could did the damage, but first of all, I'm covering the mean threshold of this order block that has already been traded lot of time over here. So I'm gonna put my stop loss covering just the mean threshold plus this gap plus this breakaway gap. Sorry, this breakaway gap, and I have two fair value gap logic over there. So I think I'll be in a safe position over here. But either way, this is gonna be the last trade. I already took a one losing trade, which is over here. We did the damage. So I'm gonna try one more time. Same logic from the same. It's a forcing trade, by the way. But this buy side liquidity is gonna be my target. So I'll hold the trade for this buy side liquidity there. I'm not interested to take the partial around 1:1, which will be here. Yeah, that's gonna be my last trade. If it doesn't work, like 26 handle for 27 handle for six, that means $150, something like that, 260. So overall $400, I guess. It will be a $400 loss. I'm good with that. But yeah, we'll see. This gap need to be broken because that was the fake breakout. This time it will break this gap. I'll be very happy to hold the trade until this line. More importantly, to that other area. I'll just see if it can go for 1 is to 1, which is over here. And then my target is over there. I'll just put my stop loss when it will to the break even when it will take this high. If it take this high, I'll just simply put my stop loss to the break even. If this high is taken, otherwise I'll get stopped out over here and I'll be cool with that. In the meantime, I wanna see that if it could do the 1 is to 1 partial. I'm not taking the partial around 1 is to 1. Okay, actually it has taken the 1 is to 1 partial. That's good. Not going to take even not here. If this high is taken, I'm gonna put my stop loss to the break even. That's all. First time the candle close above this order block, I'm already in a trade. Next time, I can't wait for the candle to tap to this order block. I can't wait for that. By the way, this high is taken. So my stop loss is now at the break even. I don't care. I don't give a shit even if it doesn't work and it stop me out. I'm just not going to get anything over here. And I'm cool with that. I'll try the next partial to this level, which is the regular trading or opening gap. I'll try to take the next level over here. So that is the trade. Yeah. Actually, not to the break even. I'm not going to put my stop loss to the break even. That is the 50% of the range. Should I do that? 6 on 8 is over here. No, I'm going to take a bit risk over there. Not to the break even because it will be afraid of losing trade. So I'm not interested to be afraid of losing trade. This buy side is obvious to me. It should take this buy side liquidity and it has done this manipulation over here, to be honest. So manipulation is not important anymore. The only thing can happen, it can come back again to the 50% of this dealing range, low, high, 50%, or maybe the 6 on 8 level, then go higher and take this buy side liquidity. So I'm just going to be bit cautious about this line over here so that I'm not going to get stopped out prematurely. Otherwise, I'm cool with that, man. I'm gonna let this trade go. This is really shit price action, and I'm not interested to fall into this shit drop again and again. Maybe I'll lock my account. One time, two time broken. So this gap now should work as a support. Just weak can come until here, but this gap should work as a support now. I wanna see this gap to be unfilled as well. In this type of scenario, this gap has to be traded because that is institutional order flow entry drill. So I have that gap that should be traded. It has already done the trading over here. That's a good job. Now let's see if it can close above this line because this high is already been broken by body close. Now need to see this high to be broken by the body close. Then I'll be safe to put my stop loss to the break even. Otherwise, if it leave this buy side liquidity open here, I have to be very careful about the 50% or 6 on 8 level, which is going to be 50% here, 6 on 8 here. So I have to be very careful about this two line because it can come back again to trade this line before going higher and take the buy side liquidity. Risking just 16 handle is good. How much is my loss? 263. How much is my profit? 262. So if I close it, my loss will be mitigated. Should I close? Just mitigated the loss because it has swept the high. The last high is over here. That is the last high. I decide not to close the trade, so better let the market go. I can't even pyramid the trade because I could pyramid the trade if I were here. I didn't get stopped out over there. If I wouldn't get stopped out over there, I could add more over here around that area. I could add more. But unfortunately, I can't pyramid the trade here. So I have to depend on this trade without adding more.
Order
Okay.
filled.
Fortunately, I got one partial. So now I can put my stop loss to the break even. Let's see if it can close the opening gap, the full opening gap. 78 handle. That is the daily bearish gap 50%, that small dotted line. So just targeting this line and this line are the same thing. Either way, I sacrifice this trade. So if it wouldn't work, I wouldn't mind. So I don't think so. This gonna make any difference. By the way, this gap doesn't have any value. It is a valuable gap in this type of area. This is valuable. Like this type of things, if it happens, then it is valuable. Like closed below this, closed above this, then it is valuable to take the buy from there. Right now, it's not valuable to me. It's not a gap, okay? It's not a gap. It's a regular trading or opening gap unfilled portion. So previously market fill until here. Now this small portion is still unfilled over here. That small portion is still unfilled. This whole consolidation, like disaster, man, disaster. However, I'm just interested to see where is the 50% of this low and that high. 50% is here. My stop loss is not going to cover the 6 on 8 level. No worries. At least the 50% has been covered. I'm happy with that. Some of my loss has already been mitigated, I believe so. Yeah, I have loss of $149. Good. Still, this portion is open of this regular trading or opening gap. That portion is still open. Regular trading our opening gap has been closed 100%. I'm just taking a bit more risk over here. As I should have taken the partial over here, I didn't do that. I'm gonna trail one micro contract just above this area, just below this. Because if it reverses from here by closing the opening gap and then retrace, I'm gonna get stopped out to the break even. I just don't wanna miss all of this profit from this market. Just because of that, I trailed my stop loss just below this gap. Okay, I
Order
actually
filled.
got this profit over here. Gonna close it, gonna keep it around that area, and I'm gonna see where is my next target. So this high could be the next target. I'm not going to put my stop loss over there. Instead of that, I'm going to put it there. By any chance, it would love to reverse. I'm not going to get a stop out with a loss. Yeah, maximum portion of my profit has been already covered. So I'll wait a bit to trail my stop loss over here. Right now, I'm just going to cover this gap 50%, just the 50% of this gap, because it can give me some kind of reaction. How much I'm going to take the risk? Yeah, just $54. I think my loss has already been mitigated. I think so. Let's see. Yeah, I'm already in profit of $1,100. That's good. 1,100 and another $100. So $111. Good. Or what else I can do? I can simply put my stop loss to the break even. Yeah, that is the best thing to do that. Like put the stop loss to the break even and expect these highs are going to be taken after the retracement of 6 and 8, because this is just one micro contract which is left. So this is the best idea. 50%, 6 and 8, both of this level has been covered. So even if it would love to fall and trade the 50%, I'm not going to get a stop out. This is just one micro contract. I'm already in profit, like green, not like at the break even. So I'll let the market to go until the maximum target, which is this buy side liquidity. So I'm gonna take risk for another 66 handle to another 61 is to 1. So I'm taking risk for 66 handle to 66 handle stop loss for 66 handle profit. I think that's the good idea. Brother, why don't you take one trade only? If you find your setup, go for big lag, avoid over trading. I know you are expert in this. Why I don't go for one trade is this, like when I took the entry over this order block, right? So my stop loss has covered the mean threshold of this order block, also covered the 50% of the regular trading or opening gap. Like the last gap also has been covered over here. Everything has been covered. So I'm good with the buy over here by putting my stop loss over here. Now, if the market doesn't want to go higher, instead of that, it would love to keep falling. Then it will take the order block low over here, and then it will keep falling, come over here. So I'm not able to put my huge risk below this low. But instead of that, I'll take a small risk over here. If it doesn't work, and if I see this low is not taken over here and body has closed above this order block, I'll take re-entry over there. So either way, I'll have two opportunities. But if I go for one trade and then maybe it stopped me out with a huge stop loss, I won't be able to mitigate my loss by the next trade. So that's why I love to go for the two trade. But in other word, like one trade is profitable. For example, the first trade I took over here, remember around that area, it was more than enough for me to be profitable. $200, something like that was my profit. I had to make $450. I have already made $250, something like that. So it like I have to come back tomorrow, make another $200 to pass that account. What I did, I didn't stop. I tried two more trade. It is losing trade. I just stopped over there. I I not only stopped over there, I simply locked my account. I'll be back tomorrow. $200 is a very specific risk over there. You know, like it's it's absolutely nothing. And this account, I took one trade here, which didn't work, but I saw that this low is not taken. Okay, so like the order block is still respecting over here. So I preferred to go for one more trade because that was a very logical level, like 1 minute last cap, 50-minute bullish cap. I had the clean buy side liquidity over here. I was preferring this market to go and take that buy side liquidity at least. Okay, and then took the partial exactly to that liquidity. The next logical level is over here. Now I'm hoping for the extreme liquidity. I don't do that usually, but I had a huge loss yesterday. I didn't notice that I was in loss for $763. You guys know that I was in live over here, so you already know that. I didn't know that it's a huge loss. Otherwise, I would never go like that way. Like 200, $300 loss, I'm good, and I'm gonna stay over there. Like keep staying over there, like here. Just got this loss. After passing this account, I'll buy another account for me just to pass it. Okay. So like $200, I locked my account. No worries. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll try to mitigate my loss tomorrow. I'll just keep trying to do that. Okay. So something like that. This is how you should do, by the way, if it make any sense, brother. By the way, I'm not any expert. Okay. Hassan Ali. I'm not any expert. Any DXI was bear. Okay. And DXI was bearish. So taking long buy was a good idea. But I was so much confident about the buy just because of that buy side liquidity, like this high, that high, a clean high that had built that beautiful buy side liquidity. So I couldn't ignore myself that buy side liquidity. Yeah, before that it has taken that low because after this market structure shift, that was a beautiful buy model over here. That was a beautiful buy model. To be honest, I am not going to lie to you here, but that was a beautiful buy side. So in that type of scenario, this loan doesn't need to be taken, but it has cleared that low one more time. Yeah, I know that this is a probability. Maybe market will fall here. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it will work with this area and it will fall over here. I'm not able to do that because this buy side liquidity was something like I can't ignore that buy side liquidity. I couldn't ignore that. Actually, I'm not going to hold my trade for the extreme buy side liquidity. I'm just going to close my trade here somewhere. Let me see the rejection block. I'll try to close my trade over here. Yeah, there's the highest body. So I'll close my trade exactly to this rejection block if it go over there. But so far, this 50% of the daily bearish fair value gap is holding the market. It can give some kind of retracement. I'm not expecting the retracement, by the way. But even if it do the retracement, I'm not taking any risk over here. I'm just going to get a stop out to the break even. Even if it would love to give me some kind of trade. Today's Wednesday, which is called like liquidity taken market structure shift, go for the buy. Trend is your friend type day. Okay. So here that was the logic over here. This low has taken market structure shift, take the buy from here. But it was more jealous to take this buy sell side liquidity one more time. So for example, these lows are going to be taken. There will be another buying opportunity for the next buy side liquidity. And look what the market is leaving for you. Look what the market is leaving for you. If you ever see this, be very confident this is going to be taken. If you ever see this clean highs, market doesn't leave the clean highs. I think it's gonna be a bit consolidation until 11:30 or 11:42. Until that level, it will be a bit consolidation before going higher again. I'm gonna keep this low. That should be protected, by the way. Trail the stop loss, brother. Just one micro contract. Should I do that? Let's go. By the way, I want to ask you one thing, brother. Can identity the bias? I'm bit good in higher time frame, but in 1 minute, there's so much noise. I get confused. There is a video in our YouTube channel. It is called 15 minute to 1 minute. Two video actually. Watch those videos. It will help you to understand. If you are good at bias, by the way, if you're good at today, I was extremely bullish. Like I was saying that it can fall, but if it fall, I don't know what to do. But I was extremely bullish. So if you're interested, if you're good at bias, man, 99% job is done. Trust me, man, 99% job is done. All you have to wait for the setup. Just look for the setup. Sometimes the setup is not going to work. You don't give a shit. I don't care. But next time the setup is going to be work and you are going to not only mitigate your loss. For example, if I close my trade like here, $160, and like I have some profit over there or of like $11, something like that, right? So like funded account here. like here 11. Even if I close my trade, I'm already profitable over here. But however, if you're good at bias, my 99% is done already. I set the stop at 29 to 84, 29 to 84, 29 to 84. Below this area, should I switch? I mean, trail my stop loss. I can't do that. Should I do that? Okay. As you guys are telling me to trail my stop loss, I'm gonna trail it. This is the most important level right now. So I'm gonna trail it to that level. Above this gap, I have this gap. So I'm gonna trail it here. Yeah, man. I think that is good. Like for risking 8 handle, I'm taking risk for 19 handle. So $38 doesn't matter. Like $38 is nothing at all. I wanna see this to work as a support. So, brother, if you just are struggling with the noise, 1 minute noise, watch that video. I believe that it will be helpful for your understanding of the market, guy, brother. Okay. Don't take me. Why you are coming to take me? Come on, man. You should not take me. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss a bit lower, a bit more lower. Going to cover all the quadrant
Stop
level of
filled.
the okay, it took me actually. I don't think so I have covered all the quadrant level. Let me see. Yeah, I had to cover this quadrant level as well. Yeah, it's good. Like eventually I got stopped out. At least I'm not in loss. That's a good thing. $158. It is good. It's good, man. I'll try next day. That was disaster. Ah, man. 15 second, 15 5 minute I can read, but 1 minute time frame I feel very confused. If you're good at 15 5 minute, then go for the trade from 5 minute, man. I mean, you don't need to go to the 1 minute. It's not something like you have to do. The entry time frame is from 1 minute to 5 minute chart. That is the entry time frame. 1 minute to 5 minute chart. Wherever you are good, just go for it. Wherever you feel good, go for it, man. 1 to 5 minute, wherever you are good. 3 minute, 2 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute. If you're good at 5 minute, go for the trade from 5 minute and just make the leverage a bit smaller, like 3 micro contracts, something like that. 29,337 is also Asia high. We have equal highs now. Done. Okay, JB. JB, are you profitable, brother? I just messed up yesterday. I didn't notice that it was a huge loss. But overall, some of the losses from yesterday has been mitigated. Like it was 100, 763. I have made 158. So I have like $600 loss so far. Yep. So slowly, I'll mitigate all of these losses. And then I'm not targeting to mitigate my loss by today. I'm not targeting it. I'm just doing my own trading today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. It will automatically, it will be mitigated. So you don't need to force yourself to mitigate the. It's always easier to make a new money rather than lose. Oh man, come on, come on, come on. Are you kidding me? I will see you on another day. I will see you, man. Bro, please can you check Euro USD once? I'm not a forex trader, unfortunately, brother. Whatever I will watch over there, it's not going to help you or me. None of us are going to be helpful from there because I'm not a forex. Where is the forex.com? Yeah, here is the. I'm not a forex trader. Okay, so to be honest, it's not going to help you or me. None of us are going to be get help. It's extremely bearish market. Yeah, this is really so good. If you are a forex trader, you have to all you have to do. Actually, let me open another chart and then you have to come dollar index. All you have to do, this is all you have to do. If you are a forex trader, you have to come to this dollar index in a weekly chart and watch from the weekly chart what this dollar index is going to do. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? This is the first question for you from the weekly chart while you are trading the forex market, and where USD is at the end of the SA market, like euro and USD, GBP and USD, JPY and USD. It's like the opposite to each other. So if it is bullish, other market will be bearish 99% of the time. Otherwise, if it is an high resistance liquidity run. So from the weekly chart, this is very easy if you are trading the forex market. The forex market is thousand times easier trading the stock market. But the good thing is when the stock market is normal, okay, not like this type of war situation or this type of things, you will be able to make a lot of money on stock market rather than the forex market. Okay, look over here. What do you see by the at the first glance from the US market? What do you see? I'm going to remove everything. First thing, this high and that high, they are the relatively equal highs. That is the first thing you are going to see. Next thing, you are going to look where the lowest low is coming from. Did it build any sort of liquidity? Did it take the liquidity? Now you can see all these lows, right? All of these lows has taken over here. All of these lows has taken over here. And this low has traded a very small gap over here from the weekly chart. Look at this gap. See, this gap has been traded. How beautifully it is respecting. After trading this, market structure shift here, market structure shift, fair value gap. So I'm gonna mark that fair value gap over here. Lowest down close, body close, candles, order block. Trade the order block, going higher. For what? Buy side liquidity. Above the buy side liquidity, what do you have? This fair value gap, more importantly, that swing high. So all you are going to do, mark these imbalances, extend it to your right, and going to target this imbalance. That is all you are going to target. Okay. You can look for this high if you want. Below this gap you have another gap that could be your target as well. As long as they're not going over there, this is a high probable buying opportunity for dollar index. As long as dollar is bullish, euro USD is bearish. That is all going to happen. Okay, so right now you're seeing that this market has traded the order block, and then this gap should left open. So market left that gap a bit open. It is extremely bullish for toward this buy side liquidity. Good. I got that. Let's go to the daily chart. What do you see in daily chart? Okay, in daily chart, I see this low has taken. Market has traded some gap over here. Now it is bullish. One, two, three, four. Today is a bit bearish, by the way. So if it is bearish today, the market is bullish on the Euro USD. It should be bullish on the Euro USD. But however, overall in a long period of time, you are bullish. So you have in mind, long period of time, I am bullish. Why it is bearish right now? Does it need to trade something? Okay, let's see if it really would love to take trade something. Market has taken this low. This is the lowest down close body close candle that has traded the fair value gap. So mark this high. As long as this market didn't trade this gap, this candle, you will keep looking for sell. When it came here, you start to look for buy for the dollar index. Whatever you are expecting here, you will look opposite thing on Euro USD. So right now I can see that this market has traded this order block. So it has a high probability to keep going higher if it doesn't want to trade this lowest down close body close candle. So it has a high probability to keep going higher. Okay. Otherwise, if it really would love to fall a bit more to trade any of this area like opening or the min threshold, then the other market Euro USD will keep going higher. So I have an overall idea from the dollar index what is happening. Now I'll go back to Euro USD. Same thing from the weekly chart. What do you see around that area? Look at this high, what it has done. Did it build the liquidity? Did it take the liquidity? I can say it didn't build any sort of liquidity. Instead of that, it has trade this gap and take all the buy side liquidity. Relatively equal highs here, this high and that high. Two swing high has been cleared here with a shallow run that has been cleared over here with beautiful way. Fall, market structure shift, fair value gap, highest up close body close candles at the order block. This is the order block low. It has a high probability to target this order block if it didn't trade. So my first intention to target this order block. In the meantime, I'll see on my left hand side, do I have any sell side liquidity? Now I can see here this low and that low, they are the relatively equal lows that has already been cleared over here. So some sort of liquidity has been cleared. Now, this low didn't build any liquidity. Also, it didn't trade any sort of fair value gap over here. So that means this is a random low. It can't be a law that is highly protected. It's not a highly protected law. It's gonna be taken now or then. It's going to be taken because even though this liquidity is taken, but it didn't trade any imbalance over here. No imbalance. So this law is gonna be the next target. But before targeting this, you will look for the order block or some kind of bearish PDRS. So some sort of fair value gap over here. I can see this fair value gap. I don't think so. Fair value gap is important over here. Instead of this order block is important. We'll go for the daily chart. So from the daily chart, this liquidity has been cleared. That liquidity should have, I mean, it has already been cleared from the daily chart. Market came here, fall, went higher, built the obvious liquidity. This high has taken over here. So this is going to be my target right now. So in dollar index, I have seen that market has an intention to trade the order block down. Okay, market is going to fall in dollar index. Market is falling. Why? To trade that order block. Maybe it will trade the high and then start to go higher. In that type of scenario, it will keep falling. Otherwise, we have a logic that this buy side liquidity need to be taken because it's an obvious liquidity. This high has taken over here with a shallow run. Nobody has closed above this high. So it's a obvious liquidity, unfinished business. So this could be a good target for next few days. You can target this buy side liquidity. So maybe I'm trading here. I really don't know what is going to happen around the opening. I really forgot the time to trade the forex market. I really forget about the time. When is the high probable time, low probable time? When I was trading forex in 2017, 18, 19, around that area. So nearly 6, 7 years ago. So I really forgot the time when it should be the good time. So first, you'll come to this hourly chart. From the hourly chart, I'll look for the liquidity. This is the first thing. Now, this low over here didn't build any sort of liquidity. By the way, do I have any buy side liquidity? I can see this buy side liquidity over here around that area. See this buy side liquidity? Remember, this buy side liquidity is the extreme buy side liquidity. I don't give a shit about that buy side liquidity. For me, this buy side liquidity is more than enough. So market fall, take this low over here with a shallow run. Look at this. It's a shallow run, right? This low has taken over here by a shallow run. So it's still, this is an unfinished business over here around that area. So gonna extend it to my right. On my left hand side, I need to look for some sort of gap, which is here. A very small gap, by the way. I don't like to mark this type of gap. A bit violation over here, acceptable, because if you see this type of violation and market is not good, then go to your 15-minute chart. I hope you'll find some beautiful bullish gap over there. There should be some beautiful bullish fair value gap. However, my target is this buy side liquidity because I don't see any sell side liquidity around that area. Not even a single sell side liquidity around left over here. So I have this buy side liquidity. Going back to 15-minute chart, and from the 50 minutes at first, I want to see if there is any gap that has been traded over here. So hourly chart, I have seen this gap has been violated, but there should be a logic that there should be some kind of 15-minute gap because 15-minute is the bellwether. That is the gap which is the most important for you. Okay, so this gap is the 15-minute last gap. Gonna extend it to my right. Gonna close this hourly gap because it's not important anymore. I'm gonna see this beautiful last fair value gap from the 15-minute chart. Okay, so this is the 15-minute chart. First thing you will see, where is your liquidity before you start trading. Okay, for example, in this market, I'm interested to look for a trade. Okay, I really don't know where the session start. Okay, so I'll start with 9:30. Okay, I will just look for the 9:30. I really don't remember where should I start trading. So before 9:30. Okay, that is before 9:30. What I'm going to see, do I have any buy side, do I have any sell side liquidity? This low, that low doesn't build any kind of sell side liquidity, but this high and that high, they have built a beautiful buy side liquidity around that area. Before 9:30, market come here, trade this gap. So I'm gonna go to 1-minute chart and we'll wait for some sort of buying opportunity. First, I need the retracement. So any kind of retracement. So this low has taken over here. So I can use this low and that high to 6 on 8 level. Okay. So first I want to see this market to fall any of this level, which I was looking for the NQ. Okay. And then this buy side is going to be my target. That buy side is going to be my target. Okay. So let's see how this worked. Okay. So I don't know how to. Okay, here I guess. Uh, Next one, this one. Yeah, like market went higher. I have no way to look for the buy anymore. Why? Because this buy side has already been taken. Now this high, did it build any buy side liquidity? If it do, I'm gonna target that buy side liquidity. So here, it's not a beautiful buy side liquidity, by the way. Yeah, it's not a beautiful buy side liquidity. That's a different thing. However, still I'll look for the buying opportunity. When the market will come here, I'll target this buy side liquidity if it provide me that opportunity. So market didn't come here yet and then come to this area. Any sort of buying opportunity right now, I'm interested to take the buy because market came to the delinquents low, delinquents high, 50%. It can fall for the 6 on 8 level or the gap. I'll start to look for buy. Market is falling. If you have the sell side liquidity, for example, you have some sell side liquidity around that area, that is going to be your target. In that type of scenario, of course, you will wait to see some kind of sell over here for just a retracement. You will take some partial and then you will hold the trade until that area. Otherwise, you'll just look for the buy around that area. So I think there was no market structure shift. So there is no trade, no trade. Came to the 6 on 8 level, not worrying about that. Let's see, 6 on 8. Here, you already got the market structure shift around that area. Okay. So any kind of buy from here, stop loss below this low, target is this buy side liquidity with the partial, you are willing to take that buy. Now it will not work. Okay, so there is the entry. Market didn't work, and then maybe it's just consolidating. I really don't know what is the real time. Okay, maybe from 9:30 or something like that. But that was the buying opportunity to me. I think in that type of scenario, this buy side liquidity could be target. That was the beautiful market structure shift. Market came to the 50% and 6 on 8 level. That buy side liquidity should be the next target because you are expecting the dollar index is going to trade that bullish water block. In that type of scenario, maybe you'll look for the buy. If you get stopped out around that area, you will start to look for rebuy after getting the market structure shift. More importantly, this low is taken, so liquidity has been taken one more time. Another market structure shift. I'll look for another buy from this gap by putting the stop loss below here and going to target the same buy side liquidity. I really don't know it has worked or not, but I'll just see like this way. Okay, actually it didn't work. It instead of that, it's just falling. What is the time for the market to trade the dollar index? I really don't remember. So I think this is a beautiful run. So from 9:30, it was just consolidating. So maybe it is before the 9:30, the right time to trade the forex market. Maybe I don't remember to be honest. So I can say after 9:30, it's not a good market. Let me see another market, then I'll get actually the right time for. Was it bad for today or is it good for today? Okay, so 9:30, a bit volatility. Still, that is consolidation. Like whole the morning session is consolidation. What is the right time, by the way, brother? 7 to 10. Okay. So 7 to 10. Okay, then I have to look for the trade from 7 to 10. Yeah, that will change the whole perception. Okay. If you look for the trade from 7 to 10, I think it will change the whole perception. Like 7 to 10, if it is your target, then this could be the buy side liquidity. This and this is the buy side liquidity. I'll be in 1 minute chart and I will wait for 7 a.m., which is here around that area. This is the 7 a.m. Yeah, after coming here, when I have seen the sell side liquidity has been taken from 1 minute chart, I will start to look for the buying opportunity. So around that area, this buy side liquidity is going to be my target. Okay, that buy side liquidity is going to be my target. If the time is 7 to 10, okay. After that, from 7, where is the 7 here? Okay, you will start to look for the buying market structure shift fair value gap. I think this is the market structure. Do I have any market structure shift after 5 7 m? Okay, let me actually clearly see that. Okay, this is the 7 a.m. So I'm already in. I entered into the session. First, I will look for the liquidity to be taken, and then I'll look for the market structure shift. So I can see this low has taken over here. Already, I have seen the market has taken the sell side liquidity. All I need a bullish market structure shift. Why? This buy side liquidity is gonna be my target, and in a short period of time, I don't have any other buy side liquidity. Okay, so market has taken the low. Is there any market structure shift? I don't have. Fall. Take this low one more time. I guess. Yeah, this low has taken one more time. Then give me the market structure shift. This is one of the best market structure shift, by the way. That was the market structure shift from 7 to 10. Okay. So from here, this is the breakaway gap. This is the breakaway gap, and this is the entry gap. So you have to enter from this entry gap if you get the entry within maximum 5 candle. So the very next candle, you got the entry over here, there. That is the entry. The low should be your stop loss. I really don't know, remember the pips, how many pips. Okay, I don't remember. I don't know is it's a good trade or not. But from here, you will start to look for this buy side liquidity, extreme buy side. You don't need to hold it until that area, but you can hold it until that area by putting a stop loss over here. In other words, if you miss that trade, what else do you see over here? So lowest down close body close candle is going to be the order block that is here. That's gonna be your order block. And after the order block, you will always look for an unfilled gap. Always you will look for the unfilled gap. So this should be the unfilled gap. I want to see this gap to be unfilled as long as this buy side liquidity is not taken. If this liquidity is taken, this is not valid anymore. So if you take the buy over here, good. Maybe you trailed your stop loss and you got stopped out again. This unfilled gap has closed over here. I will start to look for the breaker block. Low, high, lower low. As long as the origin low is not taken. So this is the origin low of this setup, market structure setup. Liquidity has finally taken over here. This is not the liquidity taken. The final liquidity taken has already been done over here. As long as this low is not taken, I prefer to take any sort of breaker block. So here, highest up close body close candles are the order block. Sorry, breaker block. But as I told you, the highest candle is the most beautiful breaker block. You are going to wait for this candle to close, and then immediately if you get the entry, you are going to take the buy from here. Where should be your stop loss? That is the big question. Where should be your stop loss? Now ICT didn't talk about that, so if you ask me where ICT talked about that, I'm not able to give you the reply, but this is my expectation. If you use my order block, all you have to observe is below the order block, the last bearish gap. Sorry, below the breaker block, the last bearish gap. There could be 5 bearish gap, but the last, sorry, not the last, first bearish gap. Okay, this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 100th bearish gap. I don't care. But the last bearish gap is going to be covered by your stop loss. This is the inversion fair value gap, which I called it as a breaker block inversion fair value gap. All you have to do, you have to cover the low of that candle that has built this inversion fair value gap as a valid inversion fair value gap. Otherwise, if you can't do that because the stop loss is too big, then at least below the candle that has valid this inverse gap as inverse gap, or you can simply put it below this inverse gap low. Sometimes we will did the damage, but the safest area is to put the stop loss below this candle that has validated this inverse gap. That is the breaker block logic over here. From there, you're going to take the new entry for the buy side liquidity around that area. If it is inside the session, I think it's inside the session. Let me see. Yeah, 912. So you can also go for that. I'm so sorry, guys, brother, because I was explaining you the price action over here, but the time is until 10. So when the 10 came here, you are already out of the sessions. You are not allowed to take any other trade. So trade from here at the beginning of the run. If you miss the trade here, you will wait for this market to build the breaker block. You can look for the breaker block here, or maybe there is another 22 YT model, market structure shift, fair value gap, trade this fair value gap, go for this buy side liquidity. That could be another opportunity for you. But this is how you'll just break the market. This is almost the same thing. But the good thing is here, you can use the dollar index as your barometer. So you know what is going to happen on dollar index. You know what is going to happen on Euro USD, GBP USD, JPY USD, something like that. It's really easy. But just be careful about your stop loss, because in a stock market, I can put my stop loss over here and I can be so confident. Like remember today's market, like today's market over here. I simply re-entered over here. Simply re-entered because market has closed above this order block. The logic is, it is very precise. It's a gentleman market. The stock market is the gentleman market. But the forex market is actually a highly manipulative market. Broker is actually doing all the manipulation. So whatever I'm seeing here, this is really real price action. But in forex market, broker to broker, the price action is different. That's why you have, there is going to be another buying opportunity over here for this shallow run. Like another market structure shift, fair value gap, another buy over here for this market structure. I mean, buy side liquidity. I'm not simply going to take this trade. I'm going to lock my account. You can see over here. So this is end of the day, lock my account. So both of this account are locked. So here I have made $158 today. I just locked my account. And here I had $200 profit, $256 profit. Then I keep trading and I just end up with $200 lose. I'm good, man. Walk away. Walk away when you are red. Walk away. Man, loss is going to be mitigated tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after tomorrow's tomorrow. This loss is going to be mitigated. But if I keep pushing the market, maybe today I'm lucky and I'm going to mitigate my loss, but tomorrow it's gonna blow my account. So when you are red, walk away, man. Accept the loss. Learn how to accept the loss. This is the base of trading. As long as you are not going to accept, you are going to see, oh, it's a green day, 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 and then it's a green day. I'm past the account, and I'm going to get the payout. You are not a trader. You are an immature trader, absolutely a beginner. Not even the intermediate term trader. You are just not allowed to take any trade. First thing, you are winning, stop over here. Like I could show you the another green day over here. If I would stop over there, switch my account to the funded account, I could show you the green over here as well. I was greedy. Why? I had to make only $450 to pass. So I thought, okay, let's try one more time. And I fall into this trap, all of this trap over here. So what happened? My profit turned into loss. So I gamble over here with my profitable money. I gamble over there. Don't you do that. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. Instead of that, let it go. Come back tomorrow. That's gonna be make you a good trader, and you are going to last in this trading industry for long period of time. Otherwise, you will be lost, man. You will give up. You will see nothing is working. Because when it is winning, you are very happy. When it is losing, you're forcing the market. You're trying to mitigate your loss. You're going to blow up, end up with the blowing account. And you'll say, man, I don't know how to trade. It is not for me. Okay, ICT is the best. Like T2 is the best. They know how to trade. No, man, nobody knows how to trade. This is the game of probability. Nobody knows what is going to happen. All you have to do, you have to be very careful about your loss because loss is limited. Profit is unlimited. If I am in a trade and I'm adding more and market is going higher, my profit is unlimited. But loss is very limited. $2,000. You hit it, you are out of the market. You are out of the account. Go back somewhere else. Okay. So thank you so much guys for being over here. It's been a long period of time. I'm here today, actually. I think it's time to close the trade. Oh, okay. There was market structure here, but no fair value gap. So if there was a fair value gap, there could be another buying opportunity. But yeah, eventually it has hit my target. I was waiting for this line, but actually it stopped me out at first. Launch. Okay. I'm in replay mode, so it's not showing that. I think now it will show that. Yeah. So it actually stopped me out here and then hit my target. Happy man. Just $50 I lose over there. I mean, from my profit, I lose $50. I'm going to get that. Thank you so much, guys. Isn't it a propulsion block? I don't use that terms propulsion block because propulsion block is bit confusing. I mean, you have to have some idea about the water block, clear idea to identify the propulsion block. There is two type of propulsion block. One propulsion block has intention to be violate. That means this is the propulsion block that's going to be violated, and market is going to build another propulsion block that is the real propulsion block. So this is the two type of scenario you have to be very careful if you want to use the propulsion block. That's why I don't use that term. Instead of that, I try to transfer that order block with the logical level, with the logics into a new order block, not the propulsion block, by the way. Can you look at gold too? Gold, gold should be bearish. I forgot the gold. Uh, can you please remind me the gold? Just I close the stream. Can you please remind me the gold? Like NQ, right? NQ. What is the gold? Guys, please push the like button. Please do that. Have a good rest of the evening, brother. I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. If you see any setup, please post in Discord. I'll do that. Question wizard, the fair value gap 1132. Can I use as inversion? Question 11:32. Inside the lunch hour, don't trade. This is the first thing. 11:32. This gap, sorry, 11:32, 11:32. Okay, so this gap, it, I love to use the inverse gap if it happens like this way. Like trade here, right? Something like that. It it has built here and then tapped to this gap, then took the liquidity, then closed above this gap. I love to use this gap. It works a lot of time. Now you can see this is the first time it tapped over here. Now if it really would love to fall and take this low and then closed above this high and then tap to this gap, then maybe I'll be able to use it as an inverse gap, because this is the first time it tapped to this gap, brother. I prefer this gap actually, to use as inverse gap most of the time, if and only if it has been used once, then it is going to be reused. So I wanna get the confirmation this gap has some value. Okay. If it doesn't have any value, like here, it never been traded. So how do I know that when it will close out this and then use this gap for the first time it is going to be traded? So some gaps, they they are used to be like, look over here, see this first time it tap here, went higher, so it has been used, it has some value. Look at the reaction over here, it has more value over here, that's why it is holding the market. But for the first time I didn't know that it has some value, but when I saw it has some value, next time I'm going to believe this has some more value over here. This is the first time market is trading and it is violating this gap, no reaction at all. See, it just keep going higher, going through this gap. How do I know that it is now going to work as a support? I don't know that. That's why I don't use the gap which is the going to be the first time use gap. I don't like to use them except the 22 IT model. GC, trail my stop loss, just in case, leave previous day high for tonight. I think it's gonna be taken, Matthew. I think it's going to be taken, brother. GC. Okay. GC1. Oh man. Gold is my only thing that I'm afraid to trade. This is the only thing I'm afraid to trade. Okay, so I have the sell side liquidity. This should be the target. That sell side liquidity should be the target. I have a volume imbalance here. That should work as a resistance. Market fall for this sell side liquidity. That is the best case of scenario. Okay, from the daily chart, a lot of sell side has been cleared. So this buy side, no, I'm not interested to see this buy side to be taken. Do I have any other buy side? No, I don't have any other buy side. So only sell side is start. So I would be bearish only for the dollar index. Like, yeah, every single day I could be only bearish. This market, I have to see from the hourly chart what is happening. So I was in my mind, I'm long term bearish, but in a short period of time, I can see this buy side liquidity here. This is for a short period of time. Long period of time, I'm bearish only. I have this buy side here. I have no other buy side, no other buy side, no other buy side. No, only this buy side I have over there. Sell side, sell side. I don't have any sell side. Yeah, except this one. I don't have any sell side. So I'm not going to mark the sell side right now. We'll go to the 15-minute chart. That buy side is awesome over there. And I have this internal sell side liquidity around that area. Sell side liquidity around that area. Okay. So do I have any other buy side? So this gap holded the market. Going to mark this gap, extend it to my right. Okay. So this gap hold the market, send it lower, build the sell side liquidity, and then hold it, come back again over there. What is the time for the gold as well? And it come here, build any sort of sell side, no. Come here, build the buy side liquidity, clear the buy side liquidity retracement, and then go higher. After coming here, 50%. Come here. Oh man, that was awesome trade. I should have traded the gold today. I don't know. This high, that high, relatively equal highs. Dealing range high, dealing range low, 50%, 618 level. So 930. I don't know if it is around 930 or not. No, it's around 9 actually. So fall, cleared all of these lows, then build this run toward that buy side liquidity. There could be some trading opportunity, even though I don't see it now. No, it's not a market structure shift. No, I don't know. Whoever is trading the gold, watch for this. Okay, watch for this. Watch for this. Let me see what it has done trading around that area. It's messed up. So let's go to the hourly chart. Hourly chart is also messed up. All I have this order block. So going to mark that order block. That has already been taken. Watch for this sell side, okay? Right now. I don't know it's the time to trade or not, but watch for this sell side liquidity over here. That sell side liquidity is over there. This is the gap. So you can take an entry when it is going to be violated. I mean, body is going to close below this gap. You can enter over here from this area by putting your stop loss. I really don't know how much is this 9 handle means, and target is going to be this sell side liquidity. If you don't see this, in other word, this is the market structure shift. This low has shifted over here. Market structure shift, entry gap, breakaway gap. So something like entry from there, stop loss is going to be above this, and target for this area. Of course, you have to take the partial as well. If any of you are actually trading the I mean gold, like this is the market structure shift around that area, entry gap, breakaway gap. I really don't know, brother, if it is an like this should be the break. If it is a highly volatility, I mean, did I take a huge risk or not? I really don't know. Like it seems like six handle. I have no idea six handle is huge or not for gold. And then you will take some partial above this low. I guess that is the best area. You will take some partial here around 1:1. That should be the first partial. And you can take some partial to this last gap. Finally, this sell side liquidity could be my target. That could be an awesome trade, by the way. But on daily, if it's bullish, no, it's not bullish. It is going to fall eventually. For me, okay. Overall, it's bearish. But for from the daily, it's bullish so far. Like it was bullish to trade this volume imbalance, I guess. Now it will just do. I mean, eventually it will fall. I believe so. For the extreme sell side liquidity, I don't remember where I marked that extreme sell side liquidity. But eventually it will fall. But right now, it has an opportunity to fall. Okay, this is an beautiful setup. Either you can wait for this gap to be broken, or this 22 IT model is also valid to take the trade. Took those equal highs, yes. I did trade on gold 7 to 10 a.m. gold time. Okay, so 7 to 10 is the gold timing as well. On monthly, it can be inside the monthly as well. Okay, so yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like from the higher time frame, it's bearish for this sell side liquidity. Okay, after this sell side liquidity trading any of this gap, it will be bullish again. For this because this is a big run. Okay, so this big run, it needs to take this relatively equal lows, then go higher again. But for a short period of time, like we are trading from the 1 minute chart, so this is something like a beautiful trade, I think so. BADZ has one, has two, one or off. BADZ always should be one. It should be one. It always should be one. You can't toggle it off. You can't do that. It always has to be one. So I was off, right? So let me see. Yeah, still there is a gap. Still there is a volume imbalance. Yeah, this is still a volume imbalance over there. Oh man, that was a beautiful trade. Okay. By the way, six handle is huge. I don't know. And if it is the time for 7 to 10, don't take any trade right now. Overall, I'm bearish. I mean, I'm seeing the bearish market from the for a short period of time until this low. So until what was that low? That low is gone. Oh, and now it's a different expectation. Okay, BADZ was off. Now I added one. It's a different. Now it's a bullish market now. I think it's because of BADZ. Yeah, for BADZ one, it's a bearish market, but sorry, off it is one market, and BADZ one, this is a different. It's a bullish market actually. Unfortunately, I can see only the bullishness over here. Yeah, now it can be bearish until this sell side liquidity over here. Like until this sell side liquidity over here, it can be bearish. There's no sell side liquidity. That sell side liquidity maybe will be taken once, then will market go higher. I think so. Like that way it will work. But it seems like a extremely bullish market to me right now. Trade this small gap doesn't matter at all. Some sell side they are not important. I think it's a bullish market because I adjusted the contract chance. Now it seems like a beautiful bull market to me. However, this setup doesn't have any relationship with other markets. Okay. This was really an awesome trade. It trade that water block, trade that volume imbalance, gave this beautiful market structure shift, entry gap, breakaway gap. Then you can some take some partial here below this low. Sorry, why is not my keyboard working? Work. You can look for this low as some partial, this low some partial, and finally this relatively equal lows. That could be an awesome trade. By the way, SMT on silver. Man, I'm not a gold trader. Okay, to be honest, I'm not a gold trader, so I really have no comment for the gold. I have no comment. Um, I lost some of my real money. I lost by trading gold in 2018-19. So if I remember 18-19-20, I don't remember exactly when, but I lost some money with gold. I have that pain. It was so painful. It's really like too expensive market to trade. I always avoid trading gold. And I even don't want to watch the gold market. I hate the gold market to be honest, brother. But yeah, guys, like this is a wall, okay? Some of you can think that gold is good. Why I'm not going to trade the gold? See you guys. I will see you tomorrow, okay? Until then, cheers. And I'll watch this setup. It should work, to be honest. It should work until this also liquidity here. It should work over there. I hope it will work. Yeah, at least until this low, which is 1 is to 1. Is this a big risk? I don't remember. I think it's a big risk. However, lot size should less than 1. Okay, so it's a huge risk. I'm so sorry, brother. I mean, maybe in that type of scenario, if it is a huge risk, then I'll put it over here. I'll take some smaller risk over here because I can't put it above this high. Maybe something like that. But this seems like a good trade to me. But yeah, this is what like all the market are good, all the market are same, all the concepts are same. All you have to do, you have to be very careful about your stop loss. So if you're trading forex market, make sure your stop loss is bit higher. Where you're thinking this is not going to be taken, make sure it is more than 5 to 10 pips above that line. Okay, at least 10 pips above that line or below that line. If you're looking for a buy, your stop loss should be bit bigger. So wherever you're thinking, okay, I am thinking this market will not come here, but if I'm trading forex, I'll put my stop loss here above this high plus 5 to 10 pips over there, because it is called precaution. Broker can actually stop you out manually. Okay, so that is all you have to be very careful about trading the forex market. Otherwise, it's good, man. It's good. So see you guys tomorrow. It was not a bad day, to be honest. It was really a good day, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow with something good price action, I guess, because today's market from the Nasdaq, I didn't like it at all. I was extremely bullish, unfortunately, but the way this market opened, keep going higher, I missed all the buy. Then I framed a sell here and the buy here, but eventually it like this is disaster. Now this is acceptable. Okay, I will not. I mean, I'm not going to see Jamie. You asked me about this. Look at this. How it has been violated. Went through this. Like, see this violation of this gap, because this gap doesn't have any value, no value. It never been respected, so it doesn't have any value. So, however, guys, like this is small consolidation actually was disaster. That setup was really good, but didn't work like yesterday. The first 22 YT model didn't work. The next 22 YT model worked so beautifully. So today also had same thing. Like this low has fallen one more time to clear this low. It's absolutely disaster, absolutely bullshit. It doesn't need to do that, but it has done that and then simply go higher. So yeah, this is what you should be very careful in this type of situation. Otherwise, as long as you are not taking huge risk, you're safe. See you guys until the next time. Cheers.